same time, I can't imagine uranium being safe ever.
Oh
Yeah.
You know, like, but people will collect it and they'll have like shelves full of like this green cool glass that gives off radiation. Like you put the like rad whatever finder radiation and it spikes hard on the glass.
A Geiger meter.
Geiger meter.
Okay, so this
Or
actually
a
does
Geiger
work.
meter. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, do you know about the
This
the
is so
cup
fucking
that
stupid.
I don't know what civilization? Probably the Romans, 'cause fuck them.
Wait,
But they had a-
I need to clap so that I can actually make this thing.
Okay, because right now I'm recording my mic in this program. We have the other two mics in this program. So this is going off the USB one. This is going off the fucking XLRs. Holy shit, that worked. And nobody that ever listens to this podcast will know what the fuck the deal was.
But the Romans had a glass that I apparently they did it on purpose apparently. But the glass would change colors depending on like I think it was heat or like the light aspect, but it would make the cup red. And I think it was like the King's Cup or some shit. They got a name for it, but it was like the first instance of like
we make spoons
having
out of that
different,
shit for
like,
ice cream.
toying with color changing and shit.
Was it heat that did it?
I'm not sure. It could have been like heat or light, but it changed colors.
Because
it was like
imagine they're making like mugs that would be like, you know, they could pick up like on a hemlock, like if trying to poison the king, the thing turns into.
nah,
a
they just
thing.
had poor people eat it.
Oh yeah, that is
way
true.
cheaper.
Which is really cool, by the
Dude,
way.
now we have nail polish that turns color in case someone put GHB in your drink.
Yeah, I'm chugging that shit, dude.
how society
I wanna get
has
fucked
changed.
up.
Yeah, that nail polish tastes funny.
Funny, dude. No, that's what we should do. We should just have men wear nail polish that has GHB in it. So they're like, no, I'll check it for you, honey. And they dips. He's pretending to be a gay man. He's like, I got it for you, honey.
Yeah,
That's why his nails are colored. And then he
makes
dips his
sense.
fingers in there and
Right.
drugs the girls.
Or you put it on your nail so that like if you can get as far as to get your finger inside of her with permission, of course.
Of
then,
course.
Like, eventually she just forgets. And
Well, that's without question. What are you implying? Why'd you have to say with consent?
Well, of course. with
So it's on
consent.
the record, dude.
Yeah, on the record. You
Luke,
gotta
Luke,
make sure.
you're a major
Mhm.
league
Talking
podcasting
about-
guy. You have to choose your words carefully now, dude.
Yeah.
They'll
I
haunt you
am
forever.
words.
Your words?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I am words. He's like Gollum.
For Gracie's sexy, she reminded me of this the other day. She had brownies in her car, like eating, like watching Planet Earth, stoned, eating cookies. She's like, my grandma Karen made some brownies, so she goes to get some brownies in the car, and like we kept joking about there having pot in them, but like we kept joking about it for so long that Chris was really confused on if there was pot in them or not. So I don't know what he thinks. But she got some milk she got like some regular like cow's milk from the fridge, and she was drinking like half a glass of it. And then she was dunking her brownies in it, and she's like, Seth, you try this. Does this taste bad? And I took a sip of it. Without a doubt, it was bad milk. But she was just so high that she didn't want to say anything. She was dipping her. I was like, this is noticeably bad. Like, there wasn't a second in my mind. I was like, this might be
It tasted
good.
sour, and you said no.
I was
It
like,
should
no,
have no taste.
that's bad.
I put some of it inside of some like what's it called? The noodles. It's like a fifth.
Yeah. Like the
Fettuccine.
stovetop meal?
Fettuccine.
Stovetop noodles. I smelt it. It smelled on edge, and I took a sip, and it didn't taste like regular milk, but it didn't taste bad either. So I was like, it's probably fine, but it was probably not.
Cause
fine.
cause good milk doesn't taste like good. Good
Nah,
milk,
dude.
like milk just kind of tastes weird
Well, no,
always.
that
I'm-
flavor comes from the pasteurization process. Apparently.
Oh,
yeah, my sister,
okay.
She did like 3.5 years towards dairy science.
Wow,
Yeah, she just did
Really?
a degree. Yeah,
that's weird.
she got bored of it and then she got pregnant. But
University of Wisconsin.
apparently- Yeah, no, New Mexico.
They spill Heineken on me.
Go Greyhounds. Yeah, but I mean, apparently all that flavor comes from all the shit that they do to the milk,
Huh?
which
so,
is cool.
So what does like raw ass milk taste like?
I don't know.
Like
I
uncut.
have no idea, but raw milk it'll have like a top layer of like fat stuff. and-
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cause cheese is just
and
like
they
It's got
fat.
fat.
off.
Yeah, it's
got
just milk
fat
fats.
whey.
Yeah,
bunch
the
of
whey in
shit.
there. Cause that's how you do the brown butter. You fucking you burn the milk fats and separate the milk fat
I
from the
just
butter, and then you get brown butter.
I just know you get rid of the whey in cheese making because you can use whey to make alcohol.
So you can get fucked up on whey, and you can get big as fuck on whey.
Well, you
No,
use it to
no
make
way, dude.
alcohol.
Man.
Alcohol is literally just like what fucking sugar, yeast, corn.
Yeah, it's just
Water.
fermented cool stuff.
Like normal, like classic moonshine, just like grain corn alcohol.
They thought we were drinking moonshine yesterday because we had like I guess mason jars
Mason
full of
jars.
water.
You're like, whoa.
That's some clear ass moonshine. We're like, yeah, it's straight. It's straight, dude.
Man, it's smooth.
This is 140 proof, dude. You gotta try this shit. I don't ever drink that shit. I've never like when my mom gave me the Everclear, she was like, "Don't drink it." I'm like, I'm not gonna drink the fucking Everclear. Like
Use
Jesus
it as
Christ.
paint thinner.
I like getting fucked up, but not. I should have used the Everclear. I was trying to get super glue off the fucking glasses, and I should have used the Everclear. I was using fucking isopropyl, but I should have just used that instead. I was trying to find acetone. I couldn't.
I
find
heard
anything.
Piranha Solution works really well too.
Piranhas.
Piranha solution.
You know what? You know Piranha Solution?
We feed the homeless to piranhas. The piranha solution.
I wish that was the Piranha Solution.
The piranha solution to the homeless problem.
No, Piranha Solution is just crazy. It's just a crazy fucking acid.
Oh.
It's just like the most like volatile acid ever.
On a whim yesterday, I
really
was like,
wicked.
"Vinny, do you have malteric acid?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Wait, really? Like, you really do?"
I wanna-
And he did.
It's
I
in
want
my
a
trunk,
jar.
sorry.
I want a jar of maltic acid.
We use. Is it malteric?
Malteric's not it. I want maltic.
Muriatic
Maltic
acid.
is the sour.
Yeah. This is like on Sour Patch Kids and stuff,
Yeah,
right?
I just want maltic acid so I can just.
You can
have
probably get that on
random-
Amazon.
Oh, I know I can.
We should get it and like put it in
It's
condoms
cheap.
and give it to friends, and then
I
their
know.
dick like dies. It kills their dick.
Mm.
This kills the dick.
Yes.
Because our friends use them. The other day when Maris was like, our friend was like, "Yeah, I have a latex allergy." My first thought was, "Well, how do you fuck?" And she was like, "They make latex-free condoms."
Apparently, when I was younger, I had a latex allergy. And
Really?
My mom would always give me shit like, something about sex and condoms. I was like, no, it's fine. If I put the condom on, it'll just swell, right? That's better. And she was just like, oh, what?
You're thinking you're
God,
10 steps ahead.
You're like, "Mom,
this is a
it's just
solution,
bigger."
not a
Nah,
problem.
the solution is be a man, have your own sheep intestine
Yes.
condom, like
That's-
a true,
That's
You need to be
badass.
raising
like a true Irishman,
You don't
like a
raise
true
sheep.
Nordic.
Well,
can't
the
fuck.
true Irishman is just to fuck the sheep. You just fuck the
Yeah,
sheep.
cut out the woman, give me sheep.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason they use sheep intestines. He was like, I don't want to put my dick inside of a girl. I got it. I'll cut this out of the sheep. Fuck this bitch.
In
Hell yeah.
in like in a tribe in Africa, like a dangerous tribe, fucking
Oh, they're all dangerous.
when they
They're all in danger.
when they like get married, they have to trade like 30 cattle and like a weapon to like get married. So a woman is the equivalent of 30 cattle and a gun.
30
Literally.
cattle.
Great, that's
A
a
woman.
lot of cattle.
That is-
30
they're
cattle.
Like, they're like 1,100 a head.
I would trade Gailey for 30 cows,
That's-
and
yeah, that's
we-
like-
you'd understand that,
That's a
right?
net- that's a massive
$6,000.
That's a
gain.
great and a gun.
Yeah, and
That's a
gun.
good trade, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
you
the
can
thing
defend
is,
the cattle.
How much is a cow?
That's
Like,
how
I'm
you
pretty
do
sure
it.
It's like 11 to 1,500 depending on the type of cow.
Jesus.
That's why they have to give them a gun so they can defend themselves because they literally get attacked like every day.
It's like now you have cows. You have to deal
You
with all
have to
the
protect
animals
the
and
cows.
raiders.
But it's
So it's just like giving someone a pet. It's like, oh, here's a cute pet. It's
But-
cool. It's good, but it's a responsibility.
It's so fucking weird to look at
Not
because
worth
like
it.
they're
Between
just wearing-
22 and
22
5,300.
and 53 now.
Oh my
Fuck.
god.
But this
That's
is
right. We're in like a crisis.
but this is
Jesus.
like a
That's
real
fucked.
legit full on dairy cow. They have like just like average cow from Africa down there.
Oh yeah.
They don't have like
they're like for the heat
industrial
and
sized
stuff.
cow.
They aren't like made to like
African
milk. They're like
cow.
They're not GMO cow.
You're
they're
buying that
normal
shit
cow.
for meat.
Dude, I wonder what gazelle and shit tastes like. Like
Probably.
like the faster the
Yo,
animal, the
they
better
gotta
it tastes.
taste
Yeah,
mad
'cause-
good if
Dude.
cheetahs be chasing them.
No, but
down.
no,
Right?
but if it's a gazelle, it's probably lean, right? So it isn't that fatty. So it probably doesn't have that much flavor, right?
That's true.
like
but-
what's like an exotic animal that doesn't move very much and it's like kind of fatty?
sloth.
Like yeah. Well, sloth probably doesn't have enough muscle.
Well, they got muscle. They be climbing and holding themselves.
Very slowly.
How about the
too. They're,
tribes?
Like
How do
constantly
you-
doing isometrics, like slow as fuck.
I don't think any animals.
Yoga champs.
I don't think any animals can be that fat. They can't allow it.
Yeah, it kind of
Even like hippos and pandas, if you just like go under the skin, they're all muscle.
I bet.
It's all muscle.
You know how like you can get dogs and cat's pretty fat.
Oh, you can get.
Yeah.
I bet the
Fat
meat would
cats.
taste really good if you
That
fattened it
cat
up first. Yeah, dude.
You get that.
It's like thigh meat, or not? Yeah, it's like chicken thigh.
If
It
third
has to be
world countries
dark.
still eat cat and dog, it's like.
it makes sense.
Bro,
if you're still
we make
doing
fun
it,
of Asians
it's
for
gotta
eating
be
cats
alright.
and dogs, and it's like we should be eating cats and dogs
yeah,
too.
dude, they're menace.
It's cheap.
We stopped eating horses like
You know
what
how
100
cheap
years
that'd
ago.
be?
We were eating horses like recent.
That'd be so cheap.
It's fucking overseas.
People
they
still
eat
eat
horses.
horse. Yeah, people still eat
Yeah.
horse.
It's probably gas,
Probably. They're strong as fuck.
but they aren't probably that.
I'd eat
fatty.
horse. I'd eat horse in a minute. I don't give a
I
fuck
don't
about
know.
horse.
I had the opportunity to try alligator and it weirded me
Oh
out.
no, alligator's so good.
Alligator.
Alligator's
Yeah,
fucking
alligator.
scrumdilly.
Alligators fucking not that
Scrumdilly
tight.
I
umpy.
don't know. People are like, "Where's your line?" What was just like, I don't need to eat shit like that.
I
I don't want
want-
to. I feel bad.
You don't want
I don't know.
aquatic chicken?
aquatic chicken.
Aquatic chicken? That's
No.
what gator is. Yummy yummy.
It isn't even
That's
that
for
fucking
regular
good,
chicken.
dude. Gators
Yo.
just like you eat gators, you can say you ate
You're
gator.
a fucking doubter, dude.
I fucking tried
We-
gator.
Yeah, that
like
gator
multiple
jerky was
times.
yummy.
The
It
teethless
was okay.
population of our
It was better
country.
than 70% of jerky.
Yeah, but like jerky's
automatically
good.
makes it
Jerky's
better.
just always good. Like I never had bad jerky in my life.
I've had bad jerky.
Bad jerky is it's like
Dude, I've
salty
had
meat,
one
yum.
bad jerky.
I've had bad jerky.
It was weird. Her hand was like. It was not-
Too much head play. Wait, I was listening to Danny Brown was talking about he tried to have a bitch with no legs or a bitch with no hands, and he was like a blowjob with no hands. I can't finish. Danny, what a
That's
fucking
funny.
guy.
Imagine that though. It'd be like a little meatball. Little meatball.
Who's my little meatball
He's
baby?
like, yeah, smack
She's like,
me,
I'm not
squeeze
coming
my
over
boob."
anymore.
Seth, it's literally the part. Oh my god, there's literally a scene from like The Boys where Homelander goes up and like the girl's like in the bed and she's like fucking like super scarred and like gives him a handy and he's like, ugh, and he flies off and she's like, but you still love me? He's just like,
Jesus.
ugh.
Wait, so in that show, do the superheroes do they like? Because I feel like if
I haven't watched it.
I feel like because I
so.
mean, if you're like a celebrity, you fuck celebrities.
Right.
You're not gonna go. You like go slumming because you're like all fucked up like
yeah,
on
if you're
rum.
a celebrity, you fuck
You-
models.
and you want to go like
They
fuck some girl at the
actually-
club.
in
If you're a
celebrity.
superhero, you gotta be fucking superheroes, right?
Right. They should actually show scenes where it's like a superhero. They'll get too into it, and like even the girl, they'll like the amount of force that they give off because most of the supers also have super strength in that show. And they just fucking like I think there was like 2 separate scenes where they showed a girl like crushing a guy, like they'd be fucking, and then it's just like, boom, boom, and then it was just like smashed head.
Breaks his hips.
Yeah, it was or like face gone. You'd have to fuck a super. It's just like in Hancock, and he blows his load and it goes through the ceiling.
Yeah.
And she's like freaked out. He's like, I tried to tell you.
fucking move.
Yeah.
It seems like from what I can
Whoa,
tell, the boys is
Mountain
just like
top.
everyone's making these jokes like, oh, dude, superheroes are real, and the boys is like, yeah, we did all that. It's like, yeah, we took all these jokes and now it's in the show.
I feel like Boys is not very accurate, but
I think it's
Why
like,
is it not
fairly
called the
accurate.
girls?
if I instantly became a superhero and like no one else was, I'd be like, I'm God.
Yeah,
Like,
I would
cool.
kill
I'd
everybody.
be like, I'm the best person alive.
for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, I would murder everybody. Make them my slaves. It'd be sick.
yeah, you'd make him build a pyramid.
Yeah,
line
dude.
Yeah,
the
build a
stars 'cause it's
pyramid, and it's
funny.
gonna be really funny in like however many thousands of years.
Exactly.
That's actually the pyramids happened. Ra was an actual. He was real. He wore a onesie.
Shout out
He
the
wore
homie
tights.
Sun God Ra.
Sun God Ra, dude.
He
Sun
was
Ra.
half some type of bird. I don't know.
He was half
Half bird. What's the bird doing?
pelican. We saw some. Bro, we watched the Toucans do some wild shit yesterday on
What's
the
a desert
on the
bird?
Nature Channel. It's pretty funny. They're like these special toucans with like their big ass beak, and they also have like this weird like skull thing where it's like this weird like cartilage thing like above. It kind of looks like
I don't like birds' tongues. Those are gross.
it was like Johnny Bravo's hair, but it was like cartilage. It was like a weird like squishy like bumper for their head.
Cool.
And we were watching, and Grace was like, "I want to fucking take my thumb and just push that fucking thing in, just pushing like a baby's soft head." Right?
God damn.
Is that you're drinking there? Like, I need a couple there.
Or the fucking bit in Family Guy where Britney Spears she pushes the baby's head in and ashes her cigarette in the baby's head and its fucking skull.
I think
That's fine. No
I
issue
think-
there.
I think there's a scene in The Simpsons where Marge's like, "You need to be watching Bart more," and Homer's like, "Okay," and he sets his beer on like Bart's perfect dome head. And she's like, Homer. And he's like,
Oh,
what?
dude, there
Whoa.
was this one time I was taking care of my nephew, and he was like 8 months old, and he could sit up on his own. Like he was after that point, and I'd never seen him like collapse from it unless he tries to move. But there was this one time where I sat him where they sit him all the time, never a problem. And it's on like this big, they had a really big cat scratcher, and it was right in front of the glass sliding door. And there's probably like 2 or 3 inches in between. And I set him up there, it was fine. I turned around to grab something. I don't know what it was. Or like I was putting a bowl down because I was getting Cheerios or something. And he just goes forward. And I'm like, oh my God. And you just hear like, thunk, and his head just hits the glass. But luckily I catch him like mid-fall. He doesn't hit the ground, but it was so bad. And like he's crying because he's freaking out.
Yeah,
And I
he's
was like,
terrified.
oh my God. And his mom comes over and I feel bad. And she's like, did you drop him? I was like, kind of, not really. She's like, his head's red. I was like, he hit his face on the glass.
On the glass.
And like it's made it better. They were like, what the fuck, dude?
There's like-
I'm almost 13.
There's like a little
Sorry.
baby face smudge in
This
the
is only, I'm
glass.
13. What do you expect to
Yeah,
happen,
kids,
you
they're
asshole?
kids, yeah.
You're like, he didn't sit up.
He's probably autistic because of me.
Because
It was
of you now.
definitely-
He's terrified of cat scratchers.
Oh.
He walks in a room, he's like, ah.
There's a hilarious Reddit story that was similar to that, but he like put a tree branch down and they're like riding ATVs, and he was like, yeah, my brother didn't duck, and after that he just like he couldn't speak, was in like got fed, and he was like,
my
and I was
God.
the cause of that.
Oh,
Jesus.
And he's like, and I don't know if he knows anything, like if he can remember, but he's
That's
like, I
rough.
was the cause.
I remember when we just got Lambo, our old dog, he was just a black lab, and he was maybe like under a year probably. And at our old house, we had this like on South Quincy. There was like this big driveway. It was like probably
It was long.
15 feet top to bottom, like from the drive top of the drive to the bottom of the drive was like 15 feet drop probably. It was like probably a 20-foot driveway. I'm at the top
It
of it.
was
He's at the
really
bottom.
long.
I have this big ass stick, like his big ass. Like I have to like spin around and throw it down the driveway.
Yeah.
And he's down there and he's like running around and stuff. And so I want to throw the stick. So I take the stick and I toss it down the fucking down the driveway. And
Oh,
while it's in the
shit.
air, he runs up to the bottom of the drive, sits and just watches this fucking stick
No.
demolish his face. It just takes it
Oh,
across the
hey,
chin.
that's
No.
Strong
funny.
chin, this guy.
The best thing Lambo ever did was catch that fucking bird at that dog park. That was
Dog!
the coolest thing. He
murked it.
was stalking him, dude.
He murked that damn thing.
I had speaking of 20 feet drops, remember my
Your
old
penis.
house? Yeah, exactly. Dude, anytime I go to the beach, it's bad. They track me. No, remember the spiral staircase that was in the old house?
Yeah.
The A-frame one? So you know that floor to the bottom, we had cats up there once, like baby kittens. And
They land on their feet, guys.
No.
that's what the expectation is. But when it's like,
But when you
like-
throw
When they're in a
when it's like-
slingshot.
when it's like a month old though.
But when you throw them
Not
really hard,
good.
they don't land.
You
A
have
PVC
one?
pipe cannon.
Dude, it walked off of that, landed like, it must have landed on its back or something.
my
It hit the
God.
ground and it was like, "Meh, meh, meh," making noises, squirming.
Dying.
Yeah, it was basically fucking dying. We were like, oh my God, this thing's not making it. But like after a while, it calmed down, but it never grew out appropriately. Like it had this awkwardly, like kind of weird, long, almost adult tail, but its body was
Huh.
small. It's like we gave it like an infant syndrome.
You
type
gave 'em
deal.
dwarf
Huh.
Yeah,
it was
basically.
Andy Milonakis cat style.
Exactly.
You
Huh.
foot binded a cat.
Yeah, but
You-
it was its back. It was
Skele-
fucked.
I'm gonna spinal
It would
bind
walk
you.
around weird too. Like, for a long
You
time,
gave the
it
cat
had to, like-
scoliosis.
Yeah,
you
fucking skull. Yo, I didn't give it. It jumped for a reason, not my fault.
Hell, it was
It
suicidal. Sorry, it's
Understood.
stupid.
Yeah, Billy
Yeah,
Joel
dude.
was on. He's like, I'm killing myself.
fucking
Jumped off the
cat.
fucking roof. So I believe I can fly. That was R. Kelly,
What's
right?
that?
I believe I can fly.
What?
R. Kelly did I believe I can fly.
I don't know.
I don't
Makes
know.
good music.
Makes good music. Peas on girls.
Peas on girls.
Bad taste in
Peas
girls.
on underage girls.
Bad
Underage.
taste in girls.
Alright,
Well,
Makes
Who
me-
was- Who was I talking? I was talking to someone that didn't understand that R. Kelly was like not chill. I don't remember who it was. Really? I was like, yeah. I was like, everything bad. Like not only like sex trafficking, but like underage sex trafficking, like cult extortion.
holy
And he was like,
shit.
really? And I was like, yeah, dude.
I had no idea it was
Yeah.
to that extent. That's
Yeah, no,
pretty
it was.
rough.
How about
Oh, it wasn't. Didn't I saw a meme of him like escaping prison through a.
I heard that was all cap.
I
I saw that on
assumed
Twitter.
It was like a meme, but it was like the funniest thing ever, and people were joking about it. It's like imagine R. Kelly, like they'd cut of videos from like him singing in the jail for people and like making like assumingly rape jokes, like yeah, bitch, like yeah, sing that song, sing that one we like, to like the sex trafficking holes and shit, and it was a big jump, but it was good fun.
That's probably like a weird thing for prison, right? Because usually in prison, like celebrities get treated like royalty there, but they also treat like sex offenders like
depends.
dirt.
Yeah.
So do you think
Yeah,
in there
no.
there's like
I,
do you think like the neo-Nazi guys are like no man he fucks kids and the brothers
Yeah,
are
no,
like
no.
man this is R. Kelly bro protect
anyone
him.
that anything with kids in prison, everyone fucking hates them. Nazis
Yeah.
hate kids,
But
like pedophiles.
it's R.
Everyone hates
Kelly,
pedophiles.
but it's R. Kelly.
Right, yeah,
Like there's gotta be
like
some
if-
guy there that like is having a crisis
I would-
because he
Okay,
loves.
well, if we're talking
loves
about
trapped in a
Nazis,
closet.
I mean,
that's a
it's-
cherry on top.
It's definitely a mix, though. It's got to be like some people are like, yeah, like we love him. Kind of the Michael Jackson situation. People,
Yes,
people were
yes,
able to forgive him
exactly.
because his music was
Every-
so good.
Yes.
But at the same time, people would have to like want to exert power over someone of influence. It's like, aha, the system
Yeah.
didn't work for you. You had all this money. Now I'm gonna fuck your butt and spit in it to prove a point.
Yeah, because
You know?
like yeah, if you're in jail and you're the guy that fucked R. Kelly, you're the king of the jail.
Yeah, like
You
hey,
fucked R.
you
Kelly.
had him screaming like a singing
Yeah.
like a blah blah blah.
He's hitting
Yeah,
that high
jokes,
note, dude.
Exactly.
He's an alto now.
He's
Like,
like, yeah, I showed him the brown note last
You
night.
gave him the what a
yeah.
man learns to love.
hey, fuck R. Kelly though, probably.
They probably did.
Good
I'm
voice.
sure at least one guy got it in.
Is he jacked? Is he big?
I don't know. I think he
He's,
was for
like,
a while.
kinda
He's
fat.
fit.
'Cause
Like, maybe
I-
like a little belly, but he was
The
fit for a
2000s,
while.
all those R&B guys were fucking jacked as shit. They were
Yeah.
like big, like Ice Cube or not Ice Cube, but like
Kelly's
50
just
Cent,
50
muscles,
Cent.
huge.
Nelly was kind of buff.
DMX was big, bro.
DMX, yeah,
he
he
was
was
fucking
big.
scary,
The
dude.
reason they called it G Unit. They were all G's and they were fucking jacked.
And
Well,
they
they're
had
all
some
built
units,
for
if you
that
know what I'm
reason.
saying.
Jack and G's.
They were all built because they were like, "Hey, fuck you, man."
Yeah, because if you weren't huge, you would just get beat up.
The fucking 50 Cent dancing, you know, like, oh fuck, I don't know how to describe it. It was like do-rag, wife beater, and it's like very small, like horizontal movements with your arms and shit like
Yes,
this and up and
yes,
down.
yes.
If you're skinny doing that, you look dumb. But
No,
if
you
you're
look
buff,
goofy. Yeah,
you
because
kill
it's
it.
like my range of motion is limited now.
Exactly.
If
He's
you're a
like,
skinny
this is
guy, be
what
like
I
you gotta
can
move
do.
your hips and move your feet and
Exactly.
shit.
Your
They're
back
too
still
heavy.
works. You can walk normally, but when you get that big, it's
You
gotta
just- you
come up
can't
with
move
moves.
right. You can't fucking move right. Shit doesn't work good.
Gotta stretch more.
G Unit.
Too busy getting them bands up. They need to be stretching the bands. Otherwise, they end up with back problems.
And that's not
Yeah,
good.
that's what Goggins says.
You can't have back problems in jail. That's the worst time to have back
He also
problems.
does say, "Who's gonna carry the boat?"
Who's
Not
gonna carry the
carrying a
boat? Who's gonna carry the boat? I love that he just says fuck like every other word. It's so badass.
It
He
was
just
like, yes.
he sounds
inspirational.
so unintelligent while somehow sounding so intelligent. He sounds like if Cartman like read like if Cartman was like a politician. Like he still like says fuck and he's just very
Right.
improper,
Is-
but the sentiment is all there.
Trump, but like fit as fuck.
Yes,
He's,
yes.
he's literally
Cartman
just
is
like
political Trump.
Trump.
he's just an 18th century philosopher because they're all just like built people. They're all
No,
just, like,
dude, no.
all
Philosophers
talented.
are just like lanky nerds that had to do
Ooh.
No,
something.
no.
Plato,
all old.
known wrestler.
Okay, when you think of philosophers,
True.
you think of like
Facts.
Plato and Galileo, but like a lot of them are all like hunters, athletes, warriors.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of this was
well, beside the
necessary
based
for
ass
the times.
Dionysus, not that. Who was the guy that shit all over the streets and stuff? He was like
the guy that lives in a
nihilist.
barrel and
Yeah.
he like yeah.
What was it?
'cause,
Was it Dionysus?
I don't know his name.
Dionysus. There's a G in there, but it's
I
silent.
don't know. I remember like Socrates or whatever was like humans are bipedal or whatever, and he like plucked the chicken and was like retard.
Yeah. He was like,
I was like, that's
he's
funny
like,
as fuck.
define a human, a featherless biped. And he's like, he brought in a shaped chick. He's like, look at this human, you fucking idiot. Look, isn't this such a
Dumb
human?
retard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, Jesus, man.
And then he
Just
goes
pissing
into a
on the
barrel
guys
and
that
goes to
invented
sleep.
Western thinking, just taking the absolute piss on them. He's like, yes, either or isn't an option. He's like, ha ha ha, shitting in the woods, masturbating in public like a boss. Yesterday, Grace asked me a really fucking dumb question. She said, why do you like monkeys so much? I said, what
That's
the fuck
very
did you
dumb
just ask me? Why I like monkeys so much? They can do backflips, stupid.
Yeah, dude, monkeys are like fucking shredded. Like the shaved monkey pictures, like
Beat.
chimpanzees.
Well,
Yes.
Scary.
chimps
Yeah.
are shredded.
Yeah,
monkeys got
monkeys not-
muscle,
yeah.
but chimps are. Monkeys,
Primates.
gorillas, cool. Chimps, fuck them.
Pretty
They're
basic.
scary.
Pretty basic.
They're
Like,
too close. They know what they're doing. They're
why?
plotting.
Why didn't pandas evolve more like to be like monkeys? So they have like what's like the closest link between like a
Don't
bear
need it.
monkey hybrid that there is?
Bear
where it's like
monkey hybrid.
yeah.
Bear, orangutan.
No, I mean because like,
Biggest
bears are like
monkey.
monstrous,
monkey.
murderous creatures, and monkeys
If
are
it-
like
if you-
they can move their
If
bodies
you
more.
gave an orangutan crack, is that not like
I mean, yeah, if
What
you
are
gave
trying to say,
if
like-
you
a PC
orangutans are
primate,
chill? Like if they were angry,
PCP primate.
if orangutan was just always pissed off, that would be a horrifying creature.
Yeah, he's just traumatized.
He's just like 13, like
we sent
like
one to
foot and a
Iraq.
half long arms, and he's just.
Should give him some tea.
Why didn't the Nazis
give him
send
a
monkeys
yerba mate.
over? Why didn't the Nazis have like a monkey unit and they just give them all like fucking
They
Nazi
had
meth?
werewolves, idiot.
They were trying
They
to.
were working on werewolves. And
Why-
we were
why
working
monkeys?
on dolphins.
We were watching Planet Earth and there was like a Wolverine. I go, is it a werewolf? Fuck, wait. I always said it dumb as shit. It's not a werewolf.
no, it's a
Them
huge
bitches ain't real.
Jackman.
It's a huge actman.
It's a huge Jack.
Literally, he got me too.
Ooh.
Hugh Jackman.
Oh, I thought we were talking about
That's not true.
Mewtwo, the greatest Pokemon
That's a
of
lie.
all
Come
time.
on.
Hey, wait, no, I heard something fucked up about you the other day. Chris was telling me that you guys were playing Smash at someone's house, Kaylee, and Chris picked Mewtwo, and you go, yeah, you would pick the hot one.
Mewtwo's actually
Playing
not
Smash,
even of
remember.
age since he was created, and he was like 0, I guess.
That sounds very much like you, thinking that Mewtwo's a hot person.
Mewtwo got some legs.
Mewtwo? I don't want to show you because you'll leave me for Mewtwo, dude. We talked about this in the kitchen and it led us into the conversation of if Mewtwo was black or not. And I think the sentiment we all came to was, yeah.
Black?
Yeah.
Oh, I would think like Korean, maybe. I don't know why.
Well, because he's very,
Or
like, zenned out
Japanese.
and shit. He's all, like, very, like,
Not even that. It's just like stern, like very like
driven.
like driven, but it's like the thinking process. It's like not emotional at all. It's like literal robot. We must do.
Nope,
Yeah,
he's
'cause
Islamic.
he is, because
Anyone out
he's like a
Islamic.
lab.
He has the power of Allah beside him. He cares of nothing except his goal and the power of
Wait, but
Allah.
wasn't he created and he was like the strongest, like a god of Pokemon?
Because,
Yeah,
he was like a lab
he's like
guy.
he's a lab created Pokemon.
Yeah.
Were
He's
other
not like
Pokemon
he's
natural?
like
Were the Pokemon natural in the world?
yeah.
Oh.
But
He's the only like
He's
created
Adam,
one.
bro.
Mewtwo and Mew are the only created,
Yo, they fucking stole that from Evangelion, dude.
I think.
They stole it from Evangelion. Dude.
Evangelion's gay.
You've never even seen Evangelion.
Yeah, because it'll make you gay.
You're watching. Wait.
That's why he's afraid. You watched it and then everything changed.
It's like it's
Yeah.
like the
That
ring, but makes
that's
you gay.
what made me gay was Evangelion.
It's the ring, but gay.
It's
You catch the gay.
it's the ring but gay. Instead of a Korean girl with long hair, it comes to kill you. It just makes you gay. You watch
no,
this
no,
movie.
it's oh fuck, what's the Yas Queen? That motherfucker.
Yas Queen
Mewtwo?
Mewtwo.
Yeah, Mewtwo.
Yeah.
He chases it.
Man.
Gay Mewtwo.
Gay Mewtwo.
That's
So-
pretty good.
Gay Pokemon. What's the Clefairy?
Clefairy.
yeah.
That's actually a gay Pokemon.
Dude,
Jigglypuff.
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 There's one that looks like a clown, but it's like pink, right? Or is that Clefairy?
Jinx is just dressed like a whore.
Yeah, Jinx is the racist one,
Jinx
right?
is a
Jinx,
whore.
Jinx is the
Really
blackface
big red
Pokemon.
lips.
Zoro.
Really big red lips.
Dude,
Zoro's the racist one.
Blackface?
Nah, he's
More
cool.
like whackface. That is whack, bro.
Yeah, blackface not cool.
Not
or funny ever.
Never.
I don't like you
Whackface.
disrespecting Zoro, the minority hunter.
Zoro, the minority hunter. Yeah,
He's my
yeah.
guy.
Not racist.
What the fuck?
He's,
Wait, no, he's in Hunter x Hunter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
yep, Hunter x Hunter. That's the one.
He
That's
take-
what that show's
He
about.
one
takes
with
the
the
Dragon
They hunt
Ball.
minorities in it. Now I
He takes the Dragon
understand.
Ball exam and he gets a Kurama.
The Karana?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets the.
He reads the
Kurama.
Kurama. And he becomes powerful.
Inshallah, maybe find him, dude. Oh, fuck. Some good Islamic Pokemons. What could they be called?
Ooh.
Inshallah.
We were trying to come up with something yesterday. I would like say what if and then spend like literally 3 minutes thinking of something and just not have anything the entire
Muhammad
time.
I don't know enough Pokemon.
What's the one Pokemon that
Just make
explodes?
sounds.
that he's
Explodes?
the Pokemon that explodes. It's the one on that Smash
Voltorb.
map. Voltorb, yeah.
Voltorb, Electrode.
He'd explode.
Electrode.
You self-destruct. Peak. No, I can
got
coming
it.
up. Coming. I don't know anything about Pokemon or Islam, so I'm coming up blanks.
Yeah. Fuck, dude.
So moving on.
Moving on. Last night, a lot of fun.
That was a lot of
It was a
fun.
good
We had a
time.
great
We
party.
had a little gathering. A couple people came over. Got drunk. Too drunk.
A lot
Drunk as
more
shit.
than I thought. I did not
How
know
much-
that many people.
I
were
didn't
there.
even see you drinking that much.
Yeah, it was like.
I saw you have like
had-
maybe 2 Busch Lights.
I had a beer and
That's
then
your problem. You drink beer.
I had like 3 shots of Ginro. I had like 3 shots of Ginro.
Did
and
you
then I
eat?
chugged 2 beers. I don't think I ate. That
Oh,
was
you
the thing.
chugged 2 beers and you didn't
Afterwards.
eat.
Yeah. I
You-
think that's
we-
what it was.
I mean, you were smoking pretty regularly too, right?
Yeah. it
You-
was
you-
normal.
you
I
weren't
was
get-
trying
you
to
weren't
offset.
passing.
It was like joint shot,
the hair
joint
ties?
shot.
Where are they?
You know, there was a shitload of pot. That was an insane amount of pot.
It was a good.
Because Taylor came out and said, "You care if I smoke up here?" I'm like, "I don't give a
Yeah.
shit.
I love that.
Everyone's
People ask
high."
me, like, can we smoke inside? It was like, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's like,
like,
yeah,
please.
fucking yeah, get high,
It's-
dude.
I think it's because we're more like our group seems to circle introverted people more than extrovert. At least I feel that way for me.
I think we definitely have a lot of introverted stoners.
Yeah,
Guess
and
what?
usually
Smoke.
introverts like I smoke and just chill, hang out. 'Cause
Yeah.
if you get too high, it's like, oh, I'm too high. It's like, okay, I'm not gonna press you to talk. And it's
Yes,
like a good
yes.
excuse.
Yeah.
And
I
and,
can't
and luckily, like,
imagine that.
everyone was like that. Like I was like the reason. Like I mean, we love throwing parties because it's like we've got friends that like would never meet each other if not for parties, and it's
Yeah.
like you guys would be good friends. Like
Mhm.
like Cody was
Oh,
like,
Luke was. I met Luke.
look, he's a cool guy, isn't
Good
he?
lad. Didn't chat with him too much, but
He's-
chatted him a little bit.
Luke-
He's
Good
a
lad.
fucking chatterbox, bro. We talked for
lad.
fucking a while. He wants to take you talked about that big trip he wants to take. He wants to take a big group trip.
Oh, where to though?
Trip. You mean
Oh,
and both
group trip. I
meanings.
gotcha.
Because his lady friend, her dad owns land in Kansas, like acres of land, and there's like a
Yeah.
barn, like a house, like with bedrooms and shit, ATVs.
Cool.
You're gonna
That's
do
what I'm
Yellowstone
saying.
in Kansas.
That would be really cool.
I don't remember where it's at in Kansas. I thought it was Arkansas, but it's not. But it is. And Luke's from Virginia, and I was like, "What's that like?" He's like, "Yeah, Virginia's next, North Carolina, which is the best state in the nation."
North Carolina, the best state.
Yeah, he's saying Asheville's fucking sick, which I think that's where we're best at.
Yeah, North Carolina. That's where she was from. Her plate, I remember.
But-
NC,
No, that
which
was-
is that's a good license plate. It's very simple.
that's a very
It
good
was,
license plate. It's
pretty
very
looking.
noir-y.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very nice. No,
Enjoyable.
we threw a good ass party. Like I saw Cody like saw Zaku wearing his beanie, and he was like, anyone that wears a beanie in July is a huge cock. And I was like, he does. And Zaku was like, I do.
Zaku's looks like he's been working out as well.
He's kind of
he-
Tweeted
He's
about
like-
it. He said he lost 20 pounds.
Really?
Okay, I'm good.
He looks
I-
good
I
as
talked to him
fuck.
about it. I don't get on Twitter anymore just because it's
cancer.
cancer echo chambers.
Yeah,
and
I go
Yes.
on it like once
Hard
a day,
tards.
maybe.
All I see now on there is just art. I've really whittled it down to it's art and then gay art.
Yeah, Seth.
There's like a femboy
music.
link getting blown out. I'm like, this is great. This
Yeah.
shading is
What
great.
kind of art is that? Rule 34 art?
No. It's. I mean, it's made for the purpose of masturbation, but it's also just like really good. The best artists draw porn.
Yeah, that's how they make their money, dude.
Good soup.
It's like who else is gonna commission Mario getting fucked by Sonic?
Yeah, you
you
can-
know.
And they make tons of money.
Unlikely.
That's why. I was telling somebody there. I want like they were saying they were getting into the digital art. I'm like,
No, it's all-
draw fetish porn. That's what you should draw. Draw like furry stuff.
Like,
Because
that's gay and weird. And then 2 years later, when they're midway through to drawing, they're like, I motherfucker. Like, I don't know why I didn't.
Yeah.
This is terrible. Good times. Good
great fucking
Dude.
times.
drawing. It's so hard to draw naughty shit too. Like drawing boobs, for instance. It's like the lines, if they're off, then it
No,
looks
like
weird.
a shower.
Yeah.
It's like
I tried to draw like a nudie character once, and it was like having trouble. Though it's fun though. Like it's because like people ask like you see like all this shit like in kids animated movies where it's like, you know, it's like sexual innuendos and like all the character like all the girls in cartoons have like tits or like very hot. And it's like yeah, if I was drawing a character 13 times for a second, I'd give her big tits. Of course I would. Like I'm looking at this image all day, drawing it repeatedly. I'm gonna make her hot.
You know, my
No
biggest
wonder.
complaint with hentai is that you can't find small-titted hentai girls, and I'm not into the giant like chug, like
Gazungas.
jug, you know.
You're
it's-
not
that's
looking
yeah,
hard
that's not
enough.
advanced.
Turbo
Nah, dude.
Gazungas.
I've spent like pages where it's like you'll find like one and then you'll look underneath for similar. Nothing. It's like big titty, boring, no fun.
Vinny,
Not a fan.
as a
Biggest
degenerate,
fan.
you are poor searcher.
Wait, you're a hentai guy?
To be fair,
I'm just a degenerate.
Yeah,
Brandon's in the
true.
hentai. Brandon talks about hentai all the time.
Well, the thing is, I know like
He's
all
also
of
in the
them, I
feet.
just don't watch them. But I know of all of them.
Feet's
Hell
kind of
yeah.
cool. Well, what's your opinion on feet?
Feet. They're
You
alright.
you
I
you
think-
you aren't like a
I
foot
have-
guy.
I would claim
Feet
foot
thing
guy
is
is like
weird,
heavy. It's like I
but-
enjoy like feet in a sense.
You
but
can
I don't want
appreciate
you
a
to, like,
feet.
Like don't put your feet like on my junk.
Yeah.
I did that once. I was like, yeah, it's not like it's
That's
weird.
it,
There's like a
yeah.
dexterity thing.
Seth nods
Yeah,
while
it's just
drooling
odd.
about feet.
It's
I
like-
don't love feet.
I don't know.
No, 'cause
I
I'm in the
like-
same
I like
boat.
feet. I would agree, but I'm not like,
I'm not
oh,
grossed
choke
out.
me with your foot. Let me
Yes.
smell it.
It's
know,
like,
weird shit like
You
that.
you can have like a glass of wine, like this is good wine, but you're not a wine guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You can appreciate a good foot, but you're not a foot guy.
Can I
Exactly.
just?
You're not all about it.
Can I just say this
You-
plainly? How we're beating around the bush of foot fetish.
What about
Foot
it?
fetish is cool when you're horny, not when it's not very cool
Bro,
when
girls
you're
are
not
cool when
horny.
you're horny, and you come and you're like, ah, it's fucking whatever.
Like, why? Who'd let you in? Like, I was joking
You're
about having
making
sex.
claims.
You're
that
not
we
my
already
fourth
know.
for zombies. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. You can't even fucking get past
I'm around
level 10,
72 on
dude.
Shina Numa, and I went pee and I died.
You're asking me
You're
where
shitting
Jug
me.
is at. No, we're not friends, dude.
You didn't
Maybe that's
prone
what- that's
for
what-
50 extra coins.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
You're buying that door.
It's gotta be why I'm not into the big tits. It's because they're like more manly, smaller tits.
That's what it
better.
is. That's what it
better.
is.
Just gets in the way.
You're just. That's true, dude. That's fucking dude. True that, dude.
Vinny,
Dude,
Vinny
I
be
like
like, I don't like
walking
boobs. It
boards.
gets in the way of the heart.
Yeah.
And then proceeds to fuck everyone.
No, it gets in the way of me
Yo.
pretending
How you
you're a
do?
guy. Was it? I didn't tweeted the other day. He was like, he's like, my last customer work was a tomboy. It's like getting a nuke at the end of the round. It's like swish, buddy, swish.
I was mowing the grass the other day, and this guy walked by. He was in Wendy's gear, and he was walking. He was maybe
Actually,
he was
I-
like my height,
I see
bigger
one
guy.
dude walking
Yeah,
in
I was
Wendy's fairly often.
Probably the same guy, but he was a white guy, and like he was talking to me about something. He's like, "Hey, that mini fridge up there, you guys, what's the word? I walked by it like every day, and I was just wondering. I was like, oh yeah, it's not ours to sell, but blah blah blah. And then he offers me a job, like at Wendy's. He's like, hey man, Wendy's is hiring if you need a job, and there's a referral. It's like $100 for a referral. I'd split it with you, blah blah blah. He was like really trying to get me into it. Like I spent 2 minutes going like, oh, I already have a job, and he was like, no, like trying to talk it up. Kind of funny, but it was just interesting occurrence. Random guys walking by, hey, you want a job at Wendy's? Like, no, not really, but thanks, man. Yeah, he was like a whole neckbeard type of guy.
Like, come on, bro. I'm
Seemed
not
alright.
50
There's
bucks.
there's this one like older there's
Yeah,
this one like
literally.
older
Use that
black
referral
guy.
code for some meth.
Dude.
Well, cause you think it gets like a sign-on bonus?
Yeah,
If like you
exactly,
come in.
Yeah,
Yes.
he
Yeah.
gets like 50, or it's like $100 for him, but he was like, I'll split it with you. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'm alright, man.
Yeah,
That
scratch
guy,
his neck,
He's
twist
going
his-
places.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need that $50, man. Is there anything there's copper in that mini fridge?
This hentai I got a pre-order is only like $40.
There's a guy at the there's a couple of guys at the Wendy's here that I like. There's that one guy that always has his sleeves rolled up and he's like very very like we can fuck around like he's funny like he can like we can talk and like bullshit. And there's this other like older black guy that seems like his name should be Ali. And he's like
So
how
nice.
you doing, brother? I'm like I'm doing great. He's like, man, I'm having a great day. How about you? I'm like, me too, man.
I
He's
really
just
like
so
that.
like positive
Yeah,
and like
genuine.
if I was addicted to heroin, I'd want him to be my sponsor. A guy like that, he's so like head to toe solid.
Apparently, he used to work at Dairy Queen with Lexi.
That black guy.
Yeah, older
Really?
black guy.
Yeah.
he used to work at Dairy Queen.
He,
and
he's
then
he's like
he-
the age of like a dad would be.
Yeah, older than a dad though.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
seems
yeah.
Like granddad.
Like
Granddad
the
vibes.
uncle that never got married.
exactly. But I guess he had surgery on his back or something, and then he just never came back to Dairy Queen. And then, well, that's what he told them. It was like he was having surgery, something happened, and then he just like stopped showing up. And then we see him at Wendy's. So I don't know if it was just like him bullshitting, because he seems fine. But
he seems like very cool.
yeah, and he walks everywhere. I think. I'm pretty
That's
sure I've seen him around town.
badass.
That's like good ethic. It's like no car, but it's like fuck it, don't care. I gotta walk to work.
I gotta get to work
go.
somehow.
Yeah, gotta
Builds
go.
character.
Saving money.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
Save a
gas
shitload of
prices
money.
right now.
And save the planet while
Also,
you're
you're
at it.
living for that one day you're walking and you just see like the craziest car crash and you're like, today's
Yeah.
my lucky day. I wouldn't have saw that if I drove to work.
Yeah, no, genuinely, like whenever you're walking around, it's like you notice all kinds of shit. Whenever you like just take, it's like I just like go on a walk sometimes when I'm like editing, and it's like I'm getting like anxious, I'm like fucking like antsy, like this isn't working. I'm gonna take a walk, see all kinds of cool shit. See people
Yeah.
like see weird, like there's that one guy on this street that has that like man, like he's like a porcelain or like a ceramic like guy. It's like a fisherman that's on his front porch, and I always think it's a real guy, but it's like a statue of
that's
a
cool.
guy. Very cool,
Yeah.
super cool.
I always see there's a guy every day, every fucking day at like 3 to like 6. He's outside just fucking hooping, and he looks like he's older than us, maybe like 24, 25.
Down on Market? Yeah.
He's okay. He's like fit, but every day I see him out there shooting hoops.
That's badass. I
Yeah.
love that shit.
It's like it's good to see other people do what?
I
No, you
always
don't.
see him out there.
No, you don't. You're lying.
Wait,
No,
Seth.
I always
No,
like
you
park
don't.
my car next to him. I'm like, hey.
And she sits there and watches them. And she eats her candy.
I always park next to him, sits in the hood of the car, eat an ice cream cone.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing there?
I
Yeah.
like the way you jiggle that ball.
Wow, you're really good.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever had a girl say to me ever, "Wow, you're really good" in any capacity.
You know
Because
what?
I would be smiling to this day about that
I
memory.
feel like you can tell the difference between like if you're like just throwing out shitty bad jokes and girls are like, oh, they're laughing. It's like you probably have an interest. It's like
Yeah.
kind of annoying almost.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
shit, once you like realize it, like when I was younger, I was like, this is really cool because attention from a girl. Wow, that's
This is
neat.
awesome.
But
mhm.
now it's almost like annoying. I don't know why, but it just feels ingenuine, which is fun. It's like, yeah, laugh at the joke, but if it's not really good,
Yeah.
it makes
Yeah.
you feel worse. It's like exactly like when people talk about bombing, and like it's better for you to just hard bomb than to someone be like, oh no, you're like the audience member, like keep going, you're doing great, and it's
Yeah.
like you're not, like it's okay.
Yeah.
You can just tell me I'm shit.
Because
I'll take
sometimes-
it.
Because sometimes it's like, because like, if I'm like talking with you guys, we're all hanging out, like yes, we're watching Planet Earth, and we're all just like throwing out jokes and riffing on Planet Earth, and sometimes some of them aren't that good, but it's like in a situation like that with your friends, you want to kind of just like get some laughs out of it, at least they're trying, and it's
Yeah.
like so that way it can go into something else.
Mhm.
It's like he spit out something dumb that led me to think of something that I wouldn't have thought of if you
Yeah.
wouldn't have made the bad joke, and so and stuff
100%.
like that. But whenever you're just like talking to a girl at the bar, and she's just like. Just giving cheap laughs.
Yeah.
It's like no, like you
Like,
suck.
you're so funny.
Yeah. This is the
Oh,
worst.
dude, the physical touch. That's some girl I remember at Colton's. I don't know why she thought she was prettier than she was or something. Like she
That's
had
the
her
worst.
do too, and it was annoying because she'd like instead of like talking or asking you to do something. And I'm usually at work. I'm a yes man. I was like, yeah, what do you need? Like I'll
Yeah.
do it. I have time. Blah blah blah.
AKA
but,
a good employee.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'm here to fucking work. What?
Good at my
yeah.
job.
And but instead of like asking like a normal person, like, hey, could you do this for me? She'd kind of like she'd get kind of close and like do the look up thing. She'd like touch your arm, like, hey, could you do this for me? And it was like, yeah, I'll do it. Just don't fucking touch
I
me.
have this coworker, and she every time she needs to say something to me, thank you. She's like, "Oh hi, how are you?" I find it like so comforting though. Like I would never do that to anyone because I'm like,
Is she like older?
yeah, she's like in her 30s.
An
or
older
40s. She's
person
like,
doing that's like nice.
Thank you so much. And I'm like, oh my god, thank you.
She
Anyways.
that's a politician move totally. Like being like,
Yeah.
oh,
She is from a different country too, so that's probably what it is.
what country?
Fuck, it's like above Ukraine. It's like she's
Oh,
around there. It's,
like
I haven't
Moldova.
heard-
Belarus,
Moldova?
Belarus.
Czechoslovakia.
If you pull up a map, I could show you.
No, you
Bolivia?
couldn't.
I don't-
No, you couldn't.
Yes, I could.
Okay, but like Borscht Belt, like Eastern Bloc kind
Yeah,
of
but
stuff.
she has a cute accent too, and she's
Oh,
like so
where's,
beautiful. I'm like,
How-
yeah,
how old
you
is
can.
she?
She's probably
Botas
40, but she
sisters,
looks
Chess.
She
so
cute?
beautiful. Yeah, she's so fit,
She married?
beautiful.
They're not
Yeah,
Russia.
she has
they're,
2
they're-
kids, but
they're not Russia. They're like
I love her.
Macedonian, some shit like that.
Yeah.
I thought Macedonia was like Greek days. I thought they were like dead now.
Macedonia. I'm pretty sure that was the fake.
The Macedonians were in 300, you asshole. You're lying. It's not true. That's not a real
You
place.
can even count 300.
I probably couldn't. I get distracted. I was in my bed last night trying to go to bed stoned. I was trying to count to 300, but then the fucking case struck a went. and fucking scared the shit out of me.
Oh, you remember that one time I counted like 2,000, 3,000 something?
It is Belarus.
That was a good time.
It was Belarus?
Mhm.
You know it's from Belarus? Dasha.
Belize.
Dasha.
That Dasha.
Oh, her?
Yeah.
Washi.
Belarusian queen, dude.
Oh, she's Belarus.
It's I don't know. She
Borscht
gives
though.
off the slutty, kind of gross hot appeal. It's like
She-
when a girl looks kind of dirty, but you're like,
That's
yeah, that's
whenever
nice.
I asked my mom if she thought Darlene from Mr. Robot was hot, my mom said she's hot in a hoary kind of
Yeah,
way, and I was like,
exactly.
yeah, exactly.
I-
So hot, yeah. I said,
Yeah.
I asked if she was hot, mom. Yeah, you said yes.
That's like a cool run-in, but not like a I'm gonna date this person.
She's like a really hot one night stand, and then you wake up and you took your money, but then you're like, I hope I find her again.
Yeah.
I want her to take more of my money.
You will remember her for the rest of your life.
Coke is gone, but you're like, man, that was a fucking.
That-
great
I
time."
hope she enjoyed
You-
that coke.
You'll be on your
Yeah,
deathbed,
she
like
fucking works for it.
When she snorts that, she'll think of me.
you'll be getting married thinking about her still. Be like, that was a terrible time. Lost a lot of money. Great time. Because that's the thing about guys. We'll be at the lowest point in our life and have great memories about it.
I think that's like the constant though. It's like the struggle is what's good. Like
Yes.
people, what's his face, the fucking marathon runner, 100-mile guy. I can't think of his name. He's on Joe Rogan.
Okay.
a lot. But he like goes on these like crazy hunts where you go out to fucking nowhere, Alaska, and you hike for miles, and you have to set up camp. And it's
Oh yeah, he
swampy,
goes to
your
those
boots are
islands
wet.
with his brother.
Yeah, it fucking sucks, but he's like, those are the best times. It's like
Yeah.
looking back, it's like that's it compared to like, oh yeah, we went to an amusement park, roller coaster, sheer thrill.
Well,
It's
that's
like
Yeah.
racing fun versus like
Yeah.
real fun. It's
Yeah.
like treachery.
Yeah, that's a fucking
Like the
free
press,
basing fun. That's a
yeah.
good ass
I
point.
think
Yeah,
That's every.
Phones.
I feel like that's just every high school sport to most guys.
yeah. No. Like all the games,
Like
all the
soccer,
soccer games
it's
he played
like-
was great, but like the practices, the bus ride, that
Every-
was the most fun
Yeah,
stuff.
no, you show up to warm ups or like practice, and you're like, I would literally rather do anything else right now.
Yeah.
But then after the season, you're like, what the fuck?
Like I have a
I
whole.
need something to do.
Like we get to practices and there's like a 20 minutes before the coach gets there. We're all like lacing up and getting our shin guards on. That's the best part of practice.
Yeah, we're just bullshitting.
We're just hanging
like,
out.
We meg each
Smelling-
other, and then we
smelling
just
salts.
like fucking drop kick one another.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
You're
hey,
talking
how
about how
you-
your classes are shitty. Everyone's like just gossiping, talking about fucking broads, and then we just start like fucking running, and that's like not that much fun. But the bus rides, those are great. Like that shit rocks.
The best is when we're stretching and we're just like bullying each other while stretching, and Weller's like talking, and we're like, your girlfriend cheated on you.
I remember the day that our coach split with his girlfriend, and we were all like, we have to be on our best behavior
Right.
because he's gonna be pissed.
He's gonna take that anger out, and not on his kids, on
Nah,
us.
We were-
dude, he likely to like find one of your moms though. It's like, he's
One
like, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of your mom. I'm just letting you know.
I could
Like,
fuck
shit's
your
gonna
mom,
be
dude.
sore.
Blackburn.
Have I told you this story about the Bradley Schultz stretching, Luke? I know I told you this story probably 1,000 times.
Oh, I'd
You
love to
said
hear it again. I
stretching,
don't
and I
remember.
immediately don't want to hear it.
No, this is so good. So this was freshman year AC class, our weights class, and it was already a lot of fun. It was like me and Tanner and Ian were on there, so we're bullshitting. Like Maddie was there, and Angela, and Bradley Shield. And Bradley was like maybe, how big do you think Bradley was in high school? Like 260,
240.
240, 260. He was a
He
big.
was tall, yeah.
Because he was tall.
Yeah, he may have been like 250 then. 'Cause he was a bigger guy, but he was a fucking.
He was
big
he was
guy.
big. He was
tall.
big.
Yeah.
And he looks good now. He like lost a bunch of weight
Bad.
from smoking cigarettes.
Yo, yeah, he told me.
he's on that train spotting diet.
Hell yeah.
But this fucking guy, so we're all in a big circle, and we're already like on some head assery because everyone just fucked off in that class. We like everyone took the piss out of every single day.
Oh, no one did AC, seriously.
Well, that's the
We
thing is
played-
like we worked out, but anytime we had the chance to bullshit, we were fucking
We
around
played
heavy.
Foursquare my entire AC year. We played, I shit you not, you know how the like all the wrestling mats, they all have their circle like match
Yeah,
square?
yeah.
We started with 4 and we had like 5 extra people. We had the entire fucking. We were playing like 18-man Foursquare, no bullshit.
That's
and
good
I would
shit.
sit in the middle just so I could be like whoop 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 whoop, whoop and just swooping it around.
They're like fucking Matrix over here. Like
Yeah,
Neo.
no, I'm like about to slam it and I like go between my legs to the person behind me.
Yeah.
Well, you are pretty good at that. Get in between legs.
Oh, and you're pretty good
The
at
men.
sucking penis.
So we're all in a circle.
On your nose like this
we're,
dick.
we're all in a stretching circle, and we're all in a stretching circle, and we're doing our stretches, and then we're doing the butterflies, and Bradley's wearing these khaki shorts, and we're all doing butterflies, and Bradley, he's this big guy, he's stretching, and then his khaki split right down the crotch, and so we all fucking lean back.
Ew.
We're dying, we're laughing, we're like, this is the funniest shit we've ever seen, and DJ's in this class, and DJ's on the floor, like on his side, like spazzing the fuck out, laughing so hard.
I'd be
And Bradley
crying.
gets up and he's like, "I'm going home," just like that, and he starts to run away, but he trips over DJ. And he falls at like terminal velocity. Like this
Oh
guy
my
hits the ground
God.
and bounces.
Like he hits the ground and it's like immediately
Yes.
like the atom bomb like outro.
It was the hydrogen particle collider. This fucking guy hit the ground at a
Mushroom
force
cloud.
that was unheard
Time
of.
stops.
And we're
Everyone like raised an
screaming.
inch off the ground and then came back.
Yes. And McPhail comes out like, "What's so funny?" And we're just like, It's fucking.
It's like you
funny.
get hurt and mom's like, "What's wrong?" And you're like,
The curb.
It was-
car.
Oh my god, that was one of the fucking funniest things. That I
Oh.
keep telling that story.
Okay,
It's so
there
fucking
was.
funny.
Speaking of
Can you get to the
falling,
vape?
there was a great
Okay,
moment at
tried.
Chipotle. We were talking about
Tried.
someone. We were just talking about if someone gets hurt, we're laughing.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
funny.
Pain's funny.
It's very
But
good.
I brought up at it was a Veterans Day assembly my senior year,
Swish.
and it was like winter, and so like it's literally like gymnasium, and when you open that side door on the gym, you open it like just
Yeah.
ice and hail,
Yeah.
and it's Veterans Day, so everyone's like "Da-na-na-na-na," we're all like waiting like
They're doing the X-Men theme.
yeah, we're doing, like we're all just like bullshit. We're all just bullshitting. And like this really old lady gets walked out and she's like an alumni or like her husband was like
Oh.
an
No
alumni
way.
in the Air Force and like
Right,
some
right.
hero shit. And
Chris
she gets
Calvin.
walked and she's getting walked out and she's got a walker and a big ass oxygen tank. Ooh, I thank God for wintertime. And she fucking catches her walker or her foot catches something like air. And she fucking eats that bitch hard.
Oh,
Like,
God.
not like, oh no, I'm falling.
Yeah.
Like, infomercial, like, slide tackle, smack, like, on her walker with, like, the oxygen tank fall over, like, wrapped up in tubes.
During
So,
the assembly.
Yeah, like, beginning of it. They're like, welcome to, and then she fucking, like, dies. But, yeah, no, we're all howling.
What? Yeah. So is
And-
everyone in the auditorium
Eh,
screaming?
Oh, senior, juniors howling. Freshmen, sophomores, like, holding it, and they're like, and I'm, like, screaming. And it was
Oh,
so funny.
God.
They, like, they picked her up, like, got her to, like, fucking, like, medic.
Cause she died.
Dude.
She died.
I was at
If she
William
did, it would
Jewell
be funny.
once.
But, goddamn.
I was
It
at
was
William Jewell
hilarious.
once, and it was like I don't know what they were doing, but it was surprisingly busy. Even my friend who goes to William Jewell One, he alumni now, shout out.
Woo!
But he I
Big
was
dog.
up there just to visit, and it was the weekend. He was like, "Yeah, I don't know what's going on, something." But a lot of old people, you know, everyone's dressed nice. They're walking up. I drive by, and like all you see is this bus like stopped, and like at the bottom of where the stairs are, maybe like 4 feet out, there's a red spot on the ground, and next to the red spot is this old woman holding her head. And so we put it together, and I start fucking dying laughing. And Juan's with me, and then his girlfriend too. And so I'm like, "Bleh," like this is hilarious. And Juan's like, "Dude, shut the fuck up."
Oh my
And
God.
his girlfriend now hates me because of this. But oh my
That's
god,
so
I was
funny.
laughing so fucking hard. I don't. It was just like the thought of it. Like seeing her hurt wasn't funny, but like
Seeing
the
old
thought
people
of her
hurt
old
isn't- 'cause
person
that's
falling
scary. That's
out of a
scary.
fucking bus. The best part is like later we circled back. We were watching the cafeteria or something across, and we walked down that same area, and the big ass blood splatter was still there. And walking by it, I was in a group with more of his friends, and I just start laughing. I just start hee hee ha haing, and Juan's like, "Dude, shut the fuck up," because they're all like super liberal. Like,
Juan's a very respectful guy.
Yeah, he knows when to laugh
Yeah.
and when not to, and I don't care.
This is
Like,
literally.
this affects me. I was like, I don't fucking go here.
This is just us
I'm a
at
tourist,
Walmart.
motherfucker.
This is us at Walmart walking around. We just see anyone that looks not normal.
Okay,
and
but
it's
here's
like,
the
"Alright,
thing.
bully
The
time."
other day when you were making fun of that girl for looking like fucking Tim Burton's the penguin from the Tim Burton Batman movie, you were not within distance to fucking let
No,
that
I was
shit
like
fly.
3 feet behind her. Okay, if
Well,
I
'cause
turn a corner and
she
I see that,
we divulged.
I'm gonna
After
laugh.
she divulged, she took an exit off, and we're still walking. You look at me, and I know exactly what you're thinking, and I'm thinking the same shit. Like, dog, we need to get like into another aisle first, and then you're like fucking going. You're like, she's like a mini banana.
If I ever giggle and look at you or someone, I need
She was-
confirmation that I can lose
she was probably like legally a midget. She was like that.
Oh,
short.
she's-
was an actual midget.
I know people that are legally a midget,
But
and she's
but
below
she
it.
wasn't. She didn't have dwarfism.
Not quite up
she
to
was
the
a midget, but
standard.
she didn't have
Like
dwarfism. She was just
regular
a
size?
very small like regular,
Yeah.
but like all the proportions are like normal, but she's
Yeah.
just tiny.
Yeah.
But she's like, she might have been wider than she was tall. She might have actually been
But
wider
you
than
can't
that.
just turn a corner
Oh, shit.
and then see like if she had a fucking leather robe on, she could have led me to a goddamn dungeon with a candle, and I'd have been like, "Where's my quest, bitch?"
If she had 3 holes in her back, you could have picked her ass up and roll a strike,
Yeah, I thought she
motherfucker.
had like a fucking cloven hoof or something.
She was. That was actually the Jersey Devil. That's what the Jersey Devil looks like. That was. We've seen some dumb. Like there's sometimes like, and I feel bad about it. But I'm just by myself, and it's like I'm just gonna giggle, dude. No one's gonna talk
Yeah,
shit.
It's rough when you laugh at something and you consider like, man, this is like pulling negative points right now.
Never.
Like, this is so funny, but I should not be laughing.
Well, I mean, I think the hope is that like if I looked ridiculous, I would want people to get a good laugh out of it. If I had like a weird like birthmark or I had like a fucked up like the fucking yesterday whenever I divulged information that I thought was in confidence to Lexi and you guys about my nipples, and I squeeze my nipples and liquid
yeah,
comes
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, you're weird.
We were
bud.
watching
It's
fucking
like-
Animal Planet, and the salivator's shooting out like weird goo to kill this bug, and she goes, "It's like your nipples." And I was like, "You fucking asshole, dude!"
You
But
got
it was
it.
a funny bit. It was a really
The
good
nipple
bit.
thing, I'm pretty sure it's normal. I think like
No
dudes
one I
can
know
put
does
those
it.
sucker things on your tit, and eventually you will start lactating.
Oh.
It's like a process that our bodies
Well,
can still do. but
guys
it's
can
not, like, normal.
breastfeed.
Well, this
It's
is
not,
ha-
like you can't
Yeah,
like.
dude, I
This has
breastfed
been happening
baby.
since I was.
You can't like
Dude,
completely do it.
those
Like
wet
can't like
hostels are
feed a
great.
child.
This has been happening since I was like 12,
Like
and I
wearing
googled it and I was
diapers.
12, and it was like you might have
Sucking
breast
on
cancer.
titties.
I was like, I haven't had breast cancer for
Favorite
10
pastime.
years. I ain't got none of that. Here, look, dude, look.
Do the squeeze.
You did this at the.
You see
photo.
that shit?
Oh, it squirted out. Watch where you're pointing that
If I
thing.
build it-
How's it smell? How's it taste? I won't judge you.
Really salty.
Really salty.
Really salty and bitter.
That makes sense.
Why is it bitter?
I don't know.
Is it
Salt is
coffee? Is it
bitter.
like a cap? Is my diet bad?
I mean, probably.
Well,
but
Yeah. Almost certainly.
Yeah, mine too.
Your diet
Yeah.
is bad. That's not why, but you should improve your diet.
You know, I think that bringing up trying your cum and people freaking out about it,
I tried my cum like
unrealistic.
2 months ago.
Exactly. It's like, and every now and then, it's like, if you're being super unhealthy, it's like, oh, give it a taste.
It's
If
like
you're being
giving yourself
really
a
healthy,
physical. It's like giving
yeah.
yourself a physical.
Like,
Yeah.
is this normal? You're like, give it a smell. Is like, is it bleachy, gross, or just like kind of
It's,
nonsensy?
it's funny
Like,
because like
what's
you'll
the-
have it, you're like I don't want to lick it, and then you're
Right.
like I'll smell it, then I'll be able to tell, and you
No,
still
smell
can't
it,
tell.
And then you're like, all right.
Yeah,
Just go for
because
a
the
handful.
smell does nothing.
You're like, yeah.
Well, because I tried yours and yours was good.
Yeah, dude, mine was fine.
It tasted like tropical fruit Skittles.
Yeah, a lot of pineapple.
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of
the
pineapple.
shit.
That's the key. The pineapple's the key. Pineapple, cranberry. That's it.
The old crayon pine
Yeah.
ocean spray
Yeah,
mix.
You just chug that shit. Cleans you out.
You know
Makes it taste
how
good.
it's not June, but Happy Pride Month. But I'm not well versed in this.
Yeah, don't lie.
Why does June come after July? It feels like July should come after June.
June comes after July because
But it shouldn't.
August
comes
is before
before July.
September.
That's a fair point. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why,
that makes
yeah.
sense. Yeah.
It's just their order. Apparently, we're supposed to have 13 months and 28 days. And there's one extra day, which is Easter. That was like the original clock before we changed it for the, what's his face?
The
Augusta,
Gregorians?
Gregorian or something.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
some dude changed the
Augustus?
calendar. Before that, I think it was like initially something to keep, I don't know, it was like some ridiculous TikTok conspiracy, but there was like some airs of truth, and then he blows his own bullshit into it. But it was really cool to hear about like people figuring out the perfect calendar, which is hard because
Yeah.
like everyone's had calendars before, and it's like, oh, it stops here, countdown, blah blah blah. But 13 months, 28 days, and then one extra day, so it's not alternating all the time, and the seasons stay more consistent, would be really nice.
Yeah,
It'd be
no, it
pretty
would
cool.
be.
13th month, what would you call it?
What would you call a 13th month?
Yeah, wait, also, where are you putting this extra month? Like, are
in
you- are
between
you-
August and September, I think.
Oh, you're a bitch.
So then 9/11 could be 8.5, 11. we can have it in a different month. It won't be 9/11
that
anymore.
Way I can have shitty cold birthdays.
Wait, no, wait, okay. Because what season, what time of the year needs some more time to level out? Maybe do you think like the time in between spring and summer needs like a month like grace period? No. Fall and winter. Fall and winter's fucked up
It
because
needs to get
there's
warmer
always a
faster.
month between fall and winter where it's just the worst month of the year, where it's like
Yeah.
wet and cold and somehow humid at the same time, and it sucks major dick. We need to just call that like wait, what are the months called in Oblivion? Oblivion has their own like month schedule. Just take one of those.
Oh yeah, they're like festival or what is it called? It's seasonal though. It's weird. Like they all have weird names.
There's like
It's like they have seasons and then they have months, but it's like month of whatever. I don't remember. It's been so long.
if we're gonna put it, we could put it in between. How about in between September and October?
That would be good. Extend
But so it needs to
fall.
end with an ER, so that way it kind of follows the theme here.
Should we start it with in?
We could,
I think.
but
that'd be fun.
what do we call it?
Yeah, because we've already have November, but we've got March, May,
March, May.
August, April. We've got like
We could get one with an F in there.
F, February, yeah.
No, we have
It'd
February.
have
That's
to be
right.
An F and S, just so we can even it out.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, what would we call it?
What Punisher? That'd be kind of cool.
Punisher. Like this month fucking sucks. We call it
Yeah.
Punisher.
Because that would be the worst month. In between October and November, that'd be the worst month. Because that time of year, that sucks. Because it's like 80 degrees one day, and there's tornadoes the next day, and it snows and ices the next day.
I think it's just our area.
That is true.
I think it's just Missouri.
Yeah, Missouri.
Missouri, the damn old Midwest.
They call it the mid. Like, I feel like Missouri's actually center. I
Yeah.
don't know why they call it. Is it like Midwest because we are the West, or is Midwest region? Doesn't make sense to me.
We're just middle.
I think
Exactly,
I
but we're
think I've
called
had it
Midwest, which
explained.
is
I don't remember how it
bullshit.
was explained. Oh, do you want to know some fucking bullshit about the rain,
Oh,
the
Seth,
precipitation
Seth,
chances?
Seth.
When they say there's a 15% of rain, a 15% chance of rain, they're saying that there's a 100% chance that it'll rain in 15% of the area.
Yeah.
What in the father fuck is that?
Yeah, it's
that makes
strange.
no sense.
I think it's because they can't determine weather as well as they think they can because it switches. Like we have.
Why do we do it then? It's never fucking right. It's bull meteorology's
Close,
fucking
it's
bullshit.
close.
It's so dumb that Dale's wife does it in the fucking King of the Hill. She's a dumb bitch.
Hey, just because she cheats, is that what makes her a dumb bitch?
No, she's actually
in her man's
she's
inability.
she's an anti-colonizer, dude. She fights for the Native American rights, dude. Getting that John Redcorn dick.
There should
John
definitely be
Redhorn.
more natives in the states. I wish there were. Like they were all pushed off into reservations.
Do you know what's kind of fucked up that no one talks about? Is like everyone like jokes about like, oh yeah, Canadians were bad about genociding. Canadians were genociding like in the 19th century against Native Americans. They were doing like bad shit to Native Americans like long after we had. Like
Damn.
it's not that recent. It's not that cool. The Canadians were pretty mean. But now like on Showtime, like if they film on like Native American land, in the beginning there's this disclaimer that says like this was filmed on stolen land. It's like it's called a land acknowledgement. It's weird. It's very weird. It's like constantly shaming you and to get like, oh, you're on stolen land, and it's like, But we stole it. We already fucking stole it.
Finders keepers.
That's fucking generally the
No one
rule.
That's literally
owns
the law.
land.
Finders
Let's be
keepers.
real. You
Hey,
can't own the land.
hey, yeah, no, Marxists don't believe in private property.
When we
So
die,
then-
who's gonna own it?
So then, how come they're all about like, that's some Marxist
Some Marxist bullshit.
hypocrisy
is
right
what-
there.
Also, not being
All
able to
leading us-
collect rainwater is fucking how
That
is
is
even
really
how is
fucking
that
stupid.
Wait, what do
you
you mean?
can't.
It's illegal to collect rainwater.
Where?
in 13 states.
In Missouri, it is.
In
Really?
13
Yeah.
states,
Why? That's so stupid.
The government
don't
said
know.
no, you can't collect things of the environment.
That's bullshit.
It is ridiculous. That is like genuinely
Well, I mean,
They said
asinine.
no, you cannot collect dirt.
Yes, we're gonna have wars now, but the wars in the future are gonna be over fucking water.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and there's some schizo guy like in South Missouri right now that's collecting rainwater and he's gonna
Dude,
fucking use
This
it.
guy figured
He's
out
gonna
a
win.
way to pull water from the what's it called? Not environment, like from the air, like the
Mhm.
whatever it's
Like-
called.
like condensation
yeah,
shit?
like,
Condensation
yeah, he can
humidity.
pull moisture from the air and create clean water in almost any environment except
Shit.
for like where it's extremely arid. But even at that, you can still do it. You can create like steam type
Dude,
situations.
there's lots of people
It's-
with like water-powered cars, and CIA's like, yo.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Anyone that
rough.
gets out with a
Kill
water
them.
powered car and explains
Yeah,
it fucking
it
disappears.
disappeared.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
literally disappeared.
Apparently, there's like this.
Rip.
There's like this rule about nice. If something is like extremely, what's the word? It's like like high returns. Like it's very
Cost effective,
cost effective, but it's
profitable,
not
efficient.
even profitable. Efficient. Extreme. It's
Okay.
efficiency rules. If it's like above an 80% efficiency, you're like it automatically gets claimed by the government and owned. Because it's like if something this efficient were to get out, then it could collapse the markets. Because eventually people will have to just buy into this one thing, and then it'll fix the problem. I don't know if it's true. I heard it again. It was some like conspiracy bullshit stuff. But
Well, I mean,
it's like things just like with like hydrogen-based cars. Like the patent gets bought, and the guy fucking dies. You know, anyone who figures it out, they'll put up videos, and then all of a sudden the videos are gone. It's like it's strange shit like that where they're constantly trying to keep us from doing things that are helpful. It's like they're leading us constantly.
They
Well,
do this all
granted.
the time though. Like
Yeah.
any science channel, like every science channel on YouTube has been contacted by the CIA about at least one video.
I'm
imagine
sure.
Michael Osmond or the Michael Reeves getting contacted like, hey,
Dude,
we saw you build that dog. We saw you made the Boston Dynamics robot piss. We need you. We
There's
need you
a-
bad.
there's an Ozzy Bogan Michael Reeves, and he made like a 22 caliber hammer like for nails.
That's badass.
And he's like, they're like, what's the most illegal thing you've made? And he goes, well, I made a gun.
a gun. I made a
He's
gun.
like, yeah, guns are outlawed in Australia, and I have a thing that shoots 22 nails.
Yeah.
Well, Shinzo Abe. Fuck. God damn it, where's it going?
There was this dude, same thing as like one of the science channels. It wasn't Michael Reeves though. It was another guy. I think it was like Backyard
Nile
Scientist
Red.
or something.
I don't know.
I don't remember, but
I
he did
watched
the
them all.
same
They're
thing
cool.
where you put these little like 22 shells. There's no projectile, but it's all like the force. Yeah.
Kinetic
And
energy.
he would put it all inside of this bat, and he had like this.
Oh
weird,
yeah, he made like the
like-
50 cal home run bat. Or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. You could hit anything. And
the
like,
fucking
on
the Smash
impact-
Bros bat, the
yeah,
fucking
dude.
knockout bat.
On
Yeah.
impact, it like explodes the force more, so it like shatters.
Yeah.
Like balls will be blown out.
Yeah,
and
it's-
like fields down.
It's like
That's
it's
amazing.
like a 45
Yeah.
blank, and when you use it, it just eviscerates the bat.
That's
you
so
can't
cool.
You
reuse
put
it,
like
but it's
three
like, yeah.
22 shells inside of one, and it's just like the
Boom.
most force ever.
That's
Scary.
badass.
He did the same thing with like a punter. Like he had like he went to the dude that has the world record on like
Punter.
a field goal that's like 70 something
He's
feet.
like, I'm
And
gonna
he
attach
can
this
kick
shoe.
it like his machine can kick it like 100 something feet. But the angle is so fucking silly. Like, cause the angle, since it's like perfect fucking math, like retard distance, instead of it being like a 45, which is what it's supposed to be, or like 30
Right.
to 45, it's like a 70.
Like
So it's like
super
max
high.
distance, and like when it goes over, it's like here. So it just goes straight up, and then when it's barely about to miss, it goes over.
Yeah, because if you're using a machine, you can like calculate that distance
Yep.
safely. Whenever you're kicking it, it's like I gotta make sure this fucking goes
Also,
in.
the robot he built, it's literally like a mannequin, and then the leg like winds up, and he's like, this is 30%, and his leg's like vertical, and so he's like, this is 100, and his leg like rewinds like Looney Tune. And so it like unwinds like fucking Luffy. And he's
like
boom,
yeah, like
boom,
fucking Donkey Kong.
Monkey D. Luffy. Fucking sends it flying.
Third
It's
gear.
great.
That's fucking good shit. I was like that efficiency thing you were talking about earlier is it's like even if it isn't like a government thing to like keep down efficiency, like something that's too efficient, it like
Makes sense.
even in this system that we have, like American Harvester, like they used to make like tractors and farm equipment that was so good that it never broke.
Yeah.
But then they would go to business.
Exactly.
And so it's like even if it isn't the government like stepping on people, the way that the market operates doesn't promote efficiency.
Right.
Have you seen that
Strange.
screenshot? It's like this healthcare like a expo thing, and one of them says like is curing. It says like is curing disease a sustainable profit margin?
Right. Yeah.
And it's like holy shit.
Yeah. It makes you think. All of big pharma. You go to the doctor to get prescribed a medicine that people are like basically getting paid to prescribe. It's like, hey, I'm gonna take you on all these nice dinners. Here's a very expensive
there's
watch.
Cutco
It's just a
salesmen.
gift, wink, wink.
Yeah.
It'd be great if you gave people my depression medicine because it's new and it's better, and I want to try and make billions of dollars. It's bullshit. They don't care about us.
No, not a fucking all. No, you're a mark. You're a mark, and they're gonna sell you that shit.
Pharmacists. Like who would it actually be that's like at fault for pushing it? It's like of course it's like pharmacy companies, but like pharmacists themselves just like check the pills, and they
Yeah.
give you a
But
prescription. They're
that's-
not at fault.
No, but they're pushing them.
Right.
They're not
no,
making
no,
them,
no,
but they
no,
push
but like
them. They're
someone,
meal.
it'd have to be the doctors.
No,
that,
because
like
every
the
like
general
There's a-
doctors.
like
They're
I don't
meal,
know.
they
The buck
prescribe it.
the buck stops
Right.
on everybody.
But
It's like
usually
it's
the
the government's
prescriptions-
fault.
Yeah, prescriptions get brought to the pharmacist by the doctors. The doctors write it, so it's got to
But
be like
the-
all the general.
But they write it.
yeah,
That's
no. They fill prescriptions. They don't ever like give you shit though.
Yeah, pharmacist. Wait, the doctor tells you need this. The
And then you
pharmacist
go to
gives you it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's like, well, it's
But
like it's
it's
pharmaceutical
mad-
companies' fault for usually not testing them enough, or like, it's not they're not testing them enough. It's like the pharmaceutical company reps that are like, making in bed with the government so that way they can sidestep certain like testing laws.
Right.
It's the government's fault for doing that. It's our fault for continuing to buy it. It's
Yeah.
the doctor's fault for still not like trying to recommend any homeopathic remedies or
like,
anything
I'm
else.
depressed. What do you think? It's like,
Everybody's
you ever,
fucking up.
You ever try picking up a weight? They're like, or
Have
you
you
can take
tried
a pill.
not being a fucking loser? Have
Yeah,
you
dude.
tried that?
The way I look at it is a very simple, easy way, but I think of it like a hitman. It's like there's a hitman and he's gonna do bad things, which is like obviously drugs. It's like there's gonna be pills and shit anyway. It's like there's gonna be drugs of some sort, and then
Well, it sucks.
like the pharmacist is the hitman. He pushes the drugs, he gives you to him, but the doctor writes you the receipt.
Right,
And if you
someone's
don't
paying
pay,
the
you
hitman.
don't get it.
Well,
So if
well,
the
the thing
doctor
that sucks
doesn't
is that,
prescribe
like,
it, you don't get it.
even though we know that like there are it's like we
Also, they don't check
we
to
do
give you
need
shit.
fentanyl.
They don't.
No,
Like
you're
we
Yes.
do need it. We do like most of the drugs that we have we need.
Oh,
Like fentanyl needs to exist.
But it's like I have a tummy. It's like okay, have this. It's not like maybe you shouldn't drink 4 Mountain Dews when you wake
it's,
up.
there isn't
Personal can confirm.
right.
there isn't a lot of incentive to shake the boat and like make like it
No,
took
you
us
lose
60
money.
years to like people start to think maybe mushrooms can be treated for depression. It took
Mhm.
years of people losing their jobs, maybe losing their jobs, tons of people talking about it forever, testing rigorously, trying to push it to happen.
I think it took.
Just for like a drug that at one point was considered to be like a breakthrough in medicine to happen. It took us that long to get back to square one. There's no
Yeah.
incentive. There's a lot of incentive to shut the fuck up and just keep pumping out the drugs we
Yeah.
have. Like,
It's like, that's
and-
not gonna make us money. You don't. wanna
Yeah.
fix the
it's not
people.
that it
and you can
it's-
vote all you want,
it's
but
not
what's been
that
the
we're
most
quiet,
effective?
they're
What's been the
louder.
most effective is talking on the internet about it. That's what it's been like. I've become aware of like there's that new Michael Pollan doc about psychedelics on
Yeah,
Netflix
Yeah,
now.
I need to watch that.
Like that's gonna do a lot of good. It's gonna do a lot of good more than us fucking voting is. Because everyone's like, oh, just kill the people that are bad, and it's like, and then what? Fucking who are we gonna put in there? I saw people were like, we should vote for Jon Stewart. It's like, shut the fuck up. That's the dumbest shit. That's a very liberal ass move. Let's vote for the guy that's famous that we like. It's like, yeah, I love Jon Stewart. Should we be the president? No, no.
I think we should bring Kane, the character Kane back from
From
WWE.
WWE.
Yeah, we need to bring him back and make him the president. Nobody
That
was
would be
more, like,
badass.
the Undertaker, sure, was
Nope.
like pretty intimidating, scary, but Kane, that mask, dog. Like if he
John
was
that
Cena
president,
mask
for
is so
president.
fucking
dude,
cool.
everything would be fine.
John Cena for president.
John
He can't get assassinated.
Penis.
You can't get assassinated.
That is true.
Can't see me.
What's going on?
Is that Raj?
It's Steve. Right now we're just recording a podcast. What's up?
Okay, Steven Edgar's here. Oh, they want Vinny to come in to work.
Oh, do line and then close grill. Hey, do the worst two things in the store.
For the longest time.
Managers be like, "Can you do the thing I have to do? Because I don't want to do it.
Managers be like, I'm not even gonna call you.
I know
gonna
I'm
have
getting paid more than you, but can you do more work, please?"
quit your fucking job, start a podcast.
Dude, you put me on the spot. You're calling me on speakerphone next to them. Wait, who's that? Who's?
It's Kaylee. It's Kaylee Evangera.
Why don't you have Luke do it?
Yeah, why don't you get Luke to come back in? He's doing well. He's wide awake.
He's hot, dude.
He's been actually asking for more hours.
I'll do it. Tell him I'll do it.
Sorry. Shit. I really don't want to, dude. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I really am not feeling it. Because I have to open tomorrow. I open 7. I don't want to close. Yeah, I picked up someone's shift. I open tomorrow.
They know.
Yeah,
Steven.
someone's
Yeah.
like,
She's looking at
really?
the chart.
Wow.
Okay,
She's
I'm
pointing
sorry.
at like June 16th, like, yeah.
Oh, that Vincent? He opens tomorrow. I thought it was Vincent Pistachios.
Here, I'll come in tonight to close, but I don't want to work. Like, I'll come in at like 10 and fucking close grill, but I don't want to work, dude. Okay, I'm sorry, man.
Vinny said, "I want
I'll catch
30
you later."
hours." Or 30 minutes.
How cruel of them to fucking have Steven call
Yeah, they
you.
were like,
The
"Yo,
manager didn't call you.
Yeah, they're already picking him up as manager. He's
No,
been
that's-
training manager.
That's because
shit, which is
anytime the
cool.
managers call him, they never pick up.
That is so fucking cunty, that
either.
move.
If I get a phone
If it's
call,
a scam likely,
I just don't answer. Like, it's
Having
very
your
rarely
friend-
will I answer a fucking phone.
Having your friend call you, because you know it's like, oh, it's
You know it.
Steven.
Yeah, it's like Steve.
He's like, Kaylee's a gun to his head, like, fucking tell me it's to close.
Coming right now.
Put on speaker. Put on speaker.
No.
That is fucking brutal. Also, that was some big dick energy to say no like that, as you should
I'm
have.
not used to it. I'm
Because
not
because
used to it.
because if Kaylee
Yeah, no,
said if
I
Kaylee
learned
called you,
quick.
there
I
wouldn't be a
don't give a
second thought.
fuck.
You'd be like, no.
Yeah, if it was Kayla, I'd be like, no, that's cool. Steven was like, I feel bad, but you're also.
But Steven doesn't give a fuck. If it was Steven, he wouldn't come in. He's a great
I
guy.
wish Steven called me just so I could say fuck no.
Hey, listen to Steven's podcast, shooting the shit on Spotify. Steven Edgar, huge dick, really handsome. He's single, ladies.
He's very
His
cute.
phone number. Should we give it at the phone number on the podcast?
660-473-3952.
We're gonna have to beep that.
His phone number, I don't really. That'd be pretty funny. I'll ask him if he gives a shit.
I know his phone number by heart. I had to call his phone every fucking day after school because he's a punk bitch.
hey, Luke, what's mom's number? Don't say it out loud, but do you know it?
Yeah.
Okay. I was being really funny if you didn't know Steven's number.
Wait.
If you didn't know mom's.
It ends in, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It does end with you're gay. Yeah, you're right.
A 5 and then a 6.
Switch. Yeah.
660.
No, it's
221.
09.
Six,
It's
six,
09.
six,
8, 6, 7, 5.
3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3.
309. Man.
What do you think? Steven's pretty cute, right? Okay, well, she's gay probably.
She likes guys that look like girls. That's her.
She has awful taste in men.
She likes skinny blonde guys.
She has bad taste in men, which is
She's
women.
poorly.
She's in the
Yeah.
men with drug habits that work at Spencer's.
Yeah, dude, that's the way to do it.
And call women broads.
I mean, it's like you want out of your partner what you don't have. So it's like I'm gonna find someone with a drug addiction, but like
drug
wild
addiction,
side, you know.
No redeeming qualities. Will eat food on the ground. Yesterday, I dropped salami on our kitchen floor and ate it.
All right, if you
We
don't
cleaned
eat
yesterday,
food off
though.
the
We
ground, you're a
deep cleaned.
pussy.
If you don't eat from the fucking ground, unless you're like at a porta
Yeah, it
potty
depends on where you're
at
at.
Burning Man.
Yeah.
Brothel.
A brothel.
That's fair game.
Nah, dude, that's it.
If you're in a brothel, it's like a 3-second
Dude,
rule.
I go to the
Who the fuck
brothel
eats
to bring
food
back
at the
shit.
brothel? What, they're serving subs
Gotta
in the
get your
fucking brothel?
calories
They're
in.
serving
They got olives on
fucking wings.
toothpicks.
It's like the same guy who brings the wings to the strip clubs is the guy who brings the wings to the brothel.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
Dude, like, what do you want today? Pussy or pound?
Like if you
It's
if you watched a
whoa.
guy walk into a goddamn whorehouse with like a jug of Pedialyte, you're like, that man is a fucking
He
beast.
is
in
a
there.
That is a
maniac.
living legend.
He's a lap dancing speed runner.
He goes in and the girls are like, oh fuck, it's a
Dude,
rough
There
day.
has to be some guy at like some legal brothel where he walks in, they're like, "Fuck." It's like, he's like
he's
some weird
gumming down Blue
introvert,
Chew.
His
but he, like,
his nickname is
fuck.
Fat Mike.
Yeah, it says-
Fat is in his nickname.
Yeah, it's like he's not even fat. He's just cocky.
Yeah, he's like
massive, and
5'2",
it's like
fucking
any girl that
scrawny.
gets is basically out of commission for that day. Like they have to charge him extra. They're like,
Oh,
"Who's getting the short
Christ.
shot?" And it's like,
We were doing so. We were talking about pig cum last night for some reason. We were saying that like
They
that,
produce
that's.
the most cum in
We were saying
America,
that's
yeah.
we're saying
Volume.
that's what dirty martini is. It's pig cum and gin.
Oh, bull sharks have the most testosterone of any animal.
Really?
True, that's why they're so aggressive.
I got it.
Huh.
Most testosterone.
Are
It's
you gonna play some Roblox, Scaly?
It's a shark with short man syndrome.
It's a shark with short man syndrome. Well then, what do you think? Should we kill it?
Yeah.
You think that was a good pod, Vinny?
Roe v. Wade, the podcast.
Dude, you want to keep going? Because we if we do another 40, we can do 2 episodes.
2 episodes, 40. I feel like this has been like, this is good practice, but it doesn't feel proper yet.
I
know,
might just put it on Patreon, or I might put it out.
Well, I mean, honestly, just put this out. Patreon, like no one should.
No
buy
one's
this.
on the
No one should
Patreon.
buy
No.
pay for this
No.
episode. But we will get to a point where we'll be like, we should actually do some shit. Where we
Wait,
write out
look, are you
these-
fucking leaving us in the dust, bud? Who gonna want the boat, bro? That's
sat
fair
in the
enough.
boat. but
An
who
hour
gonna
20, an
carry
hour
the
20,
boat?
dude.
Has it really been an hour and 20 minutes?
Hour 20.
Damn,
Lies
talking goes by
by.
fast.
It
Might as
does.
well end it. Or
I mean, are there any is there anything that we would want to get off on?
pressing matters.
Shinzo Abe died. Nice.
Who?
Shinzo Abe, the Chinese guy.
Chinese guy?
No, Japanese guy that got shot by that cool
Oh,
guy.
oh.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah, not
Chinese boy, probably.
I don't think there's anything pressing that's going on.
I don't think so.
Watch Crank. It's a good movie. It's
Crank.
A lot
We
of
were talking
fun.
about Crank last night. We were talking about Crank.
It's a good movie.
Don't watch fucking Tusk. The movie sucks balls.
That end scene where he tosses him. Well, he gives him the thing
Yeah.
and he like eats it. And
Yeah.
Such a good bit. Makes the whole movie.
Yeah, he's like kind of learned to live with it a bit.
It's rough.
Oh, he's returned with your nasty ass feet, boy. Look, come on, what's something good, bro?
Divide
What's
my
something
cheeks.
What?
That's a real Russian sentence. Divide my cheeks.
Divide my cheeks.
Divide my cheeks.
That would be what you know how to say.
Yeah, divide my cheeks.
Wait, I think I know how we can do another 40, guys. Here, Luke, talk to the mic. Say something funny.
Seth's gay.
Okay, something funny that isn't just 2 words. And don't just say
Seth is really
gay.
gay.
Got him.
I saw that one.
Seth is Mach Speed 5 gay.
I dropped that behind my computer.
Some what I gotta get it through to you. I'm superhuman.
I'm
gonna give you
a
I'll be right
copyright
back.
strike.
Innovative rapping, baby. No. Dude, let's freestyle. All right, this is the freestyle 5. Freestyle 5. We have no beat, but we're gonna rap. Up first is our main man Luke. Spit some bars. Luke, you got this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
No, I can't rap.
Oh, dude, I got fat bars, and I ride in fat cars, cause I'm a fat hard cock like a NASCAR. I can't. All right, here. Let's go. I think.
I can write, but I have to write keywords.
I can't rap. I can't rhyme. I think about you all the time. In the flow. No, I can't. I have
Can't
to, I
rap
have
or
to listen to
rhyme.
some
All I got
freestyle
is free
shit.
time.
Yeah, all I got is free time. I
Feel
tell
like
you
a
no.
dead man walking.
Sucking
I had sex
on
with men.
all
Hero
the toes.
Brian.
I had sex with men 3 times, all them toes. How many toes would that be? 30 toes. 30 toes deep. What?
No, that was right.
3 people?
Sorry.
Yeah,
Way off.
unincluding our toes. All right, that was very quiet. I'm sorry. It's weird to think about dead time. Like dead time on air is very awkward when you're listening to something and no one's speaking. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, what are y'all doing? It's strange noise. But to fill time, I've never been good at it because it feels like people that can radio, they can just bullshit and talk. But I run out of space.
I have a
You
lot
can't
of
fill
to
time. You
nowhere.
can fill holes.
Hey,
is what I'm saying,
yo.
I got a lot of dumb
Yes, I
knowledge, so I
can.
need some structure.
As long as they're baby boys,
I
I
just need
can
a little
fill
bit of
it.
structure.
Well, see,
and I
that
can
the
ramble.
podcast is the podcast. That's the thing about having conversations. You gotta have it loose enough where you can fucking say some funny shit, but you also get enough structure. You can actually say something that's like actually substantive, and it's a beautiful balancing act.
You guys ever see the movie Baby Boy?
No,
Oh, dude, it's great.
no. What's it about?
It's just about this guy. He's a baby boy.
Baby boy.
No, it's set in like I think it's like the
I was saying
80s,
this wasn't a real movie for a
80s or
second.
90s in West Coast. This guy has this nice car. I think Snoop Dogg's in the movie. I
Wait,
can't
it
remember
takes
the main
place in the
character.
80s or 90s, or
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
filmed in the 80s and 90s.
Good question. I don't know. I think a bit of both. It was an early 2000s film, but I think it
Okay.
was supposed to take place in the 90s. But this guy has this nice car. Car gets stolen, and his kid's in the back seat. Like, this is this great scene where like he's got like car gets jacked. Like he's walking up, they take his keys. He's like, man, I gotta get like. He's like, nah, fuck you, blah blah blah. And so they just jump him, take the car, and he like pulls out his pistol and he's like aiming down. Like the angle's like just his gun and arm. And like he's about to pull the trigger, and his son pops up in the back seat. Right, he was about to blow this guy's fucking head off, and his son pops up, and he's like, "Julian!" And he's like freaking out, chasing the car.
So
And-
does he
dude,
shoot the gun in the air?
No, dude. There's a like the chick stops, and like a chick walks in front of the car to stop him so they could rob him, and he like goes in. I think he like grabs her. He's like, "Bitch, I'm going to fucking kill you." Wears it all. She's like, "Oh, I don't know, blah blah blah," and she ends up like coming a part of their side. It's kind of dumb, but it's a really good film.
It sounds like fun. Snoop Dogg's in it. What's Snoop's role in this film?
I think it was Snoop Dogg's in it. He's one of the. I think it was like his friend. One of the gangsters.
This is why I love watching movies with you, because you'll watch like movies that are quote unquote dumb but are a fucking like Crank is a dumb fucking movie, but it's fun, and this movie sounds dumb but fun as shit. It sounds like Raising Arizona, but if it was an action movie.
Where it made it sound kind of like dumb rappy gangsta, but it's like a heartfelt like drama struggle film. It's like this is the daily lives.
Do you know who the lead is?
I'm pretty sure it's the guy who plays Roman in Too Fast Too Furious.
I never seen Too Fast.
What?
I never seen any of the Fast
Do you remember
movies.
Wow, you're a fucking.
I never seen
liar.
any of them,
what else
dude.
is that guy playing?
Here, I'm gonna look him up because now I'm
Black, bald,
interested.
and handsome.
With Wesley Snipes. Fuck. Who's the fucking guy?
Just look up Baby Boy.
Not Lawrence Fishburne. Who the fuck's the other guy?
The one with the mustache.
Nah, Lance Riddick.
Lance Riddick.
Lance
Chronicles
Riddick.
of Riddick. Good show.
Chronicles of Dickick. John Singleton.
That guy.
Tyrese Gibson.
Yeah, Kyrie's Gibson. Yeah, Snoop Dogg's in it.
Huh.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah.
Snoop with the long hair
Yeah,
was
this
such a
like-
fucking
this was like
vibe, dude.
Killer Snoop, like back in the day.
Dog, Snoop was so cold. I love that now he's like, oh, Snoop Dogg, like your mom loves Snoop Dogg.
Everyone loves Snoop Dogg. It's like it only took 20 years of medicine, 20 years of smoking to go from like 187, I'm a cop killer, I kill cops, catch me on the block, I'll kill you.
That's this
you're a cop.
It has
to, like,
Adrian. She's
Smoke
hot.
weed every day.
Now he's a weed guy. I thought he seems like he's writ something else.
Wait, no, it
he
wasn't
he
that
did he
guy.
did
He
poet.
wasn't
No.
the lead.
This is the director writer. He wrote and directed Boys Nud.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
That movie's fucking great. And Poetic
Yeah,
Justice.
what, fucking Too Fast Too Furious.
He directed Shaft.
Oh
Oh, you're playing Skyrim? Four Brothers. You know what that movie's about?
Really good. Four Brothers. Yeah, it's these four brothers that are adopted by this mom.
3
and
Stacks
they-
is in it. Fucking Andre 3000's in
it's
this fucking
a
movie.
Really good movie.
That is an Italian ass name, Lorenzo di Bonaventura. Jesus Christ.
No, it's great. There's this like snowball fighting clip that turns into a home shootout and people die. It's fucking.
Oh,
heavy.
this
It's-
sounds
It's
sick.
a very heavy, again, like drama family type. It's good vibes.
I never seen this with Andre 3000. We need to have like a marathon of just watching rapper action flicks.
Rapper action.
Those
film.
were the fucking best.
Dude, I want. What was it 50 Cent, Blood and Sand, or all? What was it? What was 50 Cent's movie?
That was
Wasn't
blood and
No.
sand, or sand and blood, gladiator, blood and sand.
Gladiator? Yeah,
That's
Sand-
the
Bloods
one.
and Sands. Yeah,
Spartacus, that's
Bloods
the
and
one.
Sands. Yeah, it was
But
the
it's got-
spin-off that was not as good but still good. Spartacus, such a good show.
Tight.
HBO original. My introduction to like tits and stuff. Like all the stars. Remember that? Like
My
like,
introduction
if
to
you
tits.
had like the movie channels, I learned that like it was like after like 10:45. I think 10:45 is when stars would start like their softcore.
They got
porn
a good
shit.
catalog.
Yeah.
They got a very good catalog. I'm trying to
Remember
think.
that shit.
I don't remember what movie I first saw tits in. I probably saw tits first on the internet, honestly.
I remember my first introduction.
Are there
to
tits in
rape.
Predator? Wait, what rape scene did you watch in a movie? And how young were you?
I was I'm gonna take another hit then. I was less than 7. I was like probably 5 or 6.
Jesus.
But it wasn't like heavy, like graphic. I was scarred.
Okay.
But like it was enough to like it was like the perfect teaching moment. We were watching this movie. It was another black prison film. It was like a women's prison, I think though.
Mm.
Or I think it was a women's prison, or maybe it was like a woman that worked at a men's prison. I don't know, but like, blah blah blah. Something happens, they get involved, and then it becomes more violent because it's a violent inmate. Big surprise, but I guess he rapes her, or like we were all sitting in the family room. It was like our entire family was watching this movie. It was like one of those rare points where we sit down all
Yeah.
together, and I remember asking my mom, like, I think he had raped her. And then, like, there are more scenes go on. Like, because I'm running in and out. I'm not sitting
Yeah.
down watching a movie. I'm 5. You
Yeah.
know, I'm spazzing out. I'm playing with my truck and then I'm coming back, you know. Like, hell yeah. It's like, through, like I'm going to
Watching
go watch
prison rape and then playing with the
yeah,
truck.
Yeah, literally.
With your Tonkas.
That's the way it goes. But I remember, like, the scene was
Still
like,
that.
there was, like, blood and vagina. And I was like, this is a lot going on. It's kind of graphic, but it wasn't showing a lot. And someone said the word rape. And I was like, Mom, what's rape? And she was like, it's whenever... like a man forces himself on a woman. That's how she worded it. And that was exactly what I'd seen. So like she just gave me the word for what I saw. But I remember the feeling, like seeing it. I was like, this is like probably the most uncomfortable I had been as a child.
Mhm.
Somewhere in there, it's like you have embarrassing moments where it feels like your world's ending, but like you forget about most of those and you
Yeah.
just understand embarrassment. But that was like one that I remember. Like it like stuck with me. Oh, that's what rape is, and that was bad. Like very uncomfortable.
I think I learned what rape was because I think it was either Red Dead or GTA. Someone gets raped, and it wasn't like it might have been like on the bottom right corner of the game. It said like for why it was rated M. It had like sex, violence, shooting, and then it might have had rape there too. Or I saw the word rape in relation to some sort of mature
Like
video game.
Sexual violence or something.
Yeah, and I didn't know what it was. That's how I think she described it the same way as like when a man has sex with a woman when she doesn't want to. And at that point, it's like I don't really understand sex.
Right.
And so then I'm trying to understand that. I'm like, I don't really get that.
Yeah.
And then you probably do see it in movies often.
My mom's wordage of like forced though. Using
Yeah.
the word force, it like put it into good picture.
Yeah.
It's like forcing. It's like when a man forces himself on a woman or someone. I think it's what she said, but the use of force, it's like it's not specific enough, but you understand. It's
Because it's like
content.
because that's not
Exactly.
you understand like force, like he's exerting force.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
that's
that's
no
why I
good.
would always hear rape, and it was I think like hold down violence. That's what I always assumed rape was. But
That's
as I get
I
older,
think yeah that's
the assumption as a
that's what we
kid.
call that movie rape. It's
Yeah,
like that's what happens
yeah,
in movies. Yeah.
And it's not that it doesn't happen in real life. It definitely does, but it's like,
It's subtler now.
or even at that, it's like it's like more. I don't even think it's subtler, or it's just more
It's not
vocalized. It's like I think
Yeah.
it's always been happening, but like date rape and shit like that.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like
yeah.
older generations, women didn't exactly talk about it. It was something that just kind of happened. It
For
was a
sure,
shameful
no
thing, which
way.
was strange. But the story goes for my family. I think it was my mom's grandma, like my great grandma or like Grandma Gina. I don't remember her name, or maybe it was her parents. But what she had done was, I think she was pregnant, and so she was pregnant at the time, and the guy that she was going with didn't know. It was the guy she's been hanging out with, and she had him drive her out across state lines, and then they had sex, and then she told him, if you don't like agree to marry me, I'm going to tell everyone you took me across state lines and raped me. And it was like kind of like a trap. Yeah.
What the
Yeah. Yeah.
fuck?
Crazy shit.
God
And
damn.
which that's like in itself, that's kind of like, that's not rape because it's consensual sex, but like the idea of like there's nefarious actions to it.
Yes,
It
that can
becomes,
lead
like,
up to
yeah,
it.
it's like given that's not at all rape, but it's like very like conniving thing. It was like weird. Like this is an understanding
Because
that
that's
I
not
never
rape. That's like
That's
leveraging
that's,
rape.
yeah, that's like sex.
That's
crime.
theoretical
That's, yeah,
rape.
That's not rape. It's like sex. It's no, I don't.
Fuck,
It's
that's
strange.
devious.
Yeah, yeah, it's very devious. Yeah.
Oh my
But
god.
it was
That's
something
fucking
like that.
evil.
And then they had more kids, but eventually my mom came about. But
Damn.
yeah, it was like the use of there was a circle somewhere. I'm fucking up there though, so I
No,
forgot.
I follow.
But
I'm
right, yeah,
following.
it was like that was interesting. But the older I got, it's more like you see rape is more almost like the quiet, like, how does someone describe it? I don't know, it's more something that like happens to
It happens and people don't talk about it. It happens and people
yeah.
don't talk about it because it's
right. That's what the
there's
story
like
was. It was
shame.
it was
There's
right, it was
everything's
like
involved.
shameful. And that's a story my mom didn't tell me for a long time. But it was stuff you just didn't talk about. But as you got older and it became more knowledgeable, and I feel like it was like the whole college scene.
That's definitely
it's
when
like
you get to
big
that
rape,
that
like
conversation happens a
drugging.
lot more because it's right there because you'll meet people at college who are raped in college or they
Right.
were raped before college,
Right.
and when they get there it's like since like the gates open up and there's people around that talk about it, you hear the conversation
Mhm.
all the time.
Yeah, and it's like every woman knows someone who's been raped, but
Yes.
no guy knows a rapist. It's kind of like
Yeah.
it's like
yeah.
right. It's like it's kind of strange. It's. I'm trying to think. I've heard of cases of someone claimed that some dude that I knew, like I had classes with, he
Was
raped
this
someone.
in high
was
school?
High school, yeah.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Anyways, yeah, but it was like, it's more like that was something as like a shameful silence. Of course, like I don't think
Yeah.
anyone would ever be proud of that. But
And it's
I
also
think
a thing that's
something
like
that
it's
weak people definitely you could see them doing.
Yeah,
Or-
because
or
it's
even, like-
because people always like you hear all the time when you get older that it's not about the sex. It's about the power. It's about exerting all you onto someone else.
Right, and that's where.
But it's a sex act.
exactly.
And it's another fucky thing is that it's rape, and rape is against the law. So at points this has to go to trial. So that means that there are predicates for what proves you were raped, which is like there's so much shame and guilt involved in it
Yeah.
that they don't even want to talk about it, and then you have to
Right.
you have to tell a court about it
Yeah.
in front of people.
Or even at that, if these things
Hundreds of
happen
people
a long
sometimes
time
involved.
ago and they can't do like a rape kit
A
on
rape
you,
kit,
an
yeah.
examination, which would hold up in court,
Yeah,
it's still like fuck it, because if this happened a long time ago, like a 13 Reasons Why thing, like
Yeah.
where that dude raped a bunch of girls and he sees it as like they didn't consent, but they didn't say no. And he's like, well, if that was rape, then I've raped half the girls at school. Or that was like one of the clips that Clay got the dude to say,
yeah.
and blah, blah, blah. But it's like,
Actually,
if you can't prove that, but eventually it comes up, just like a Cosby thing.
yeah.
Exactly. Actually,
Yeah,
that's an even
yeah.
better case. Like the Cosby thing, it's like he raped a bunch of women. And if it was just a couple people, or like even like one or two, people probably wouldn't believe it.
That he
But
would have
after
never
it
gone to
turned
jail
out
if it
to
was
be
two people.
like 30
Yeah,
or
yeah.
40,
A
something
fucking
crazy.
gallery.
Yeah, it was insane.
An
Disgusting.
ensemble cast.
But fuck, dude, I'm getting.
'Cause
I'm
no,
getting
'cause
up
that was
there.
like the same thing
I'm
that
trying to
happened-
Hold on, 'cause this is like such a serious topic. I'm trying to like.
No, yeah,
hold on
no.
and make sure I don't cross any strange lines. But
No, you've
fucking
been respectable. You've been respectful and fucking articulate as a motherfucker, dude.
attempting.
Are we having a genuine conversation about the traumas and tribulations of rape in America, specifically?
But I'm trying to reroute it.
Okay, wait, no, here. I had something about
not
the
even
rape kit
reroute,
thing.
but yeah.
In Gone Girl, that's how the chick, she's gone, she's like hiding, they don't know where she is. She has to figure out how she can get back home, and she can like tie the story out all together so she's still likable. They don't know that she framed her husband for the murder. He knows it, and she's trying to figure out a way out where she can get back to her life, be a hero. The story makes sense, and her husband can't fuck around and like get her, blow up her spot. So she frames Neil Patrick Harris's character for rape, and she causes a bruise on herself and like ties herself to a wall like a pole, so she gets laceration marks while he's gone. Gets back, she eggs him into having consensual sex, kills him, runs rape kit positive. So now she's been abducted. That's why she was gone.
Right.
She was raped. Sympathy. She comes back to fucking Ben Affleck's character, and she fucking wins at the end of the day. It's insanity.
Rough.
It's fucking insanity.
Damn.
There's actually one of the best. It's actually the episode. Whenever I started rewatching The Sopranos, I started this episode because I remember it being one of the best episodes of the season or the series. Because like the show is very like for the first couple like seasons, it's a funny show. There's a lot of comedy involved. Like it slowly just like keeps creeping in more, which is what I love about mob movies. Is like the first half's usually like, oh my god, like we're getting high as fuck, we're fucking all these people, making all this money, and then the last half of the movie is like everything falls apart, everyone you know dies, the good things coming to an end. And in season 3, like when the tonal, like this was like a real like thing, like after this, like the show's tone is like irreversibly shifted. Where Tony's therapist
Was that in between the 9/11 occurrence?
This is before the 9/11 thing. Because
really?
after 9/11, the show got fucking tarred.
Yeah, because like everything, like a lot of media said was affected by 9/11. Everything became much darker.
Yeah,
grim,
nothing was here.
like
Like,
grayscale.
yeah, and it's like that shit.
Gross.
Which is, and it is wild to watch. Like you see, like action movies in the 90s or the 80s. So it's just like it's a generic guy has to go do a thing. Who's the bad guy? The Russians. After 9/11, always somebody from a country that ends with Stan. Always some fucking thing in the Middle East. But in the Sopranos episode, it's Melfi, the Tony's therapist. She's walking to her car after getting out of a session, and she gets brutally raped in a staircase. And the guy, the rapist, because Melfi is just like, she's there to set up, she's like not a plot device for Tony.
Sorry, who is she in relation to Tony? My bad.
His therapist.
Right,
which
right.
is the whole hook of the show, is a
he
gangster
has,
with a therapist.
Exactly, and he has a thing for the therapist. But
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to fuck the entire
No,
time. They never fuck.
It's so good, though.
It's a great dynamic because he's like, he knows, it's just wild, like, because he's like, he's so unlikable because he does all this heinous stuff, but he's likable because he's in therapy and like his mom treated him badly. He's such a fucking great character.
It's so
but,
good.
But she gets brutally raped, and it's like first of all it's a therapist dealing with it, which is like when a mechanic's car is broken. But like now she's had a trauma and she's a therapist, and that's a weird thing. And her husband's like fucking around, and like at the end of it, the guy gets off on it because like they mishandled evidence, like the police fucked with it, and so now like justice hasn't been served, but she's having to like not. She knows there's like a whole dream sequence, and the dream sequences are great in the show because they're very just like she's in her office, but there's a soda machine in the middle of the room. She's putting in coins, but they aren't coins. It's macaroni. But it's in the dream sequence, what she realizes that she understands, and she knows that if she wanted to tell Tony this, Tony would kill this guy. But she's trying to like not cross that line because she's like a good character.
Right.
She has like the morals to not do that. And it's so fucking fascinating to watch that happen on screen because it is
That
wild.
actually is
Wild.
that's like a really big, like almost like personal, life-changing spiritual quandary. Like that's a big fucking, like you could let it slip, but knowing that he would probably have this person killed, like subconsciously, like you're doing this, like there will be repercussions.
Because it feels it feels like justice, but it's like
Cautions. Yeah, but it's strange. Wait, why don't you hop on?
Well, dude, hop on the pod. We have an open mic.
Well, yeah. What's the time? What's the time running?
We've got 1:43
1:40
right now.
So we could do 2 hours.
Yeah, we can just 20 more minutes and then
we can circle back because I don't know. There was something my mom. It was like me growing up realizing that like rape becomes different.
were
and
talking
then
about
it's like a
Baby Boy.
social. Sorry. I know
no,
it's
no,
a
no, you're
social-
good. No, you're
it's like-
good.
It's like a. It's almost like a social. Fuck. What is it? No. Dude, I had it.
I'm so sorry I derailed you there, brother.
Yeah, dude, I feel bad for anyone who actually listens to this, dog. Like, this is rough to hear two fucking basically white guys.
Dude,
talking about
fucking,
rape
dude,
in
fucking people
America.
are gonna listen to it. Well, no, I mean that's the thing. Is like it's a thing that happens to humans. This
Yeah.
happens to humans.
It's a serious topic.
and we are humans, and so. Yeah, no,
God,
I
dude,
don't
I'm
like
annoyed
when
I
people.
can't remember. I had a fucking thing, like something that, it was like something I had a realization about it. It was strange. I don't remember though, but it was just it was like cool to see it be introduced. It's like a topic that happens and then something you face later in life. It's like
Yeah.
the things that your parents like kind of safeguard you from almost. Or
Yeah,
your
but that's detrimental because
Exactly.
you and like that's the thing is that you don't probably want to be showing 5-year-olds rape scenes, but like your mom put you in a position where you got a leg up, like you
Yeah.
understood this, and like now you have a better understanding of it
Yeah.
because you started off earlier.
Exactly. Strange though. It's cool.
No, it is.
Cool.
I was trying. I remember I learned the word "fuck" from Blade 3, and I didn't quite know because they were using just "fuck" so often, so I didn't know how to use the word "fuck." And then my mom came home and there was this thing on the TV, like a box that was like of a game or like a puzzle or something, and I was like, "Mom, what the fuck is that?" And I knew what it was. I just wanted to try the word out.
Mhm.
She was like, "You can't say that word." And I was like, "Shit, this is a bummer, dude."
Oh god, my siblings, I had an older brother, so everything like I was the youngest, so everything. But
Trickle
like,
down economics.
Yeah, exactly. Except, the economy was high in curse words for sure. No
Stocks
shortage there.
up, fuck
But
in the green.
My understanding of them were kind of poor because my brother was also young using them. Like I remember douchebag was a word. I never understood what it was.
Douchebag never felt that bad, right?
Right. But it was like douchebag. I like the understanding was like you're calling someone a literal douchebag. And it was like, what even is a douchebag? It's like it's a female product that gets used for like menstruation. I don't get it. That was like
Yeah.
the thought. I was like, what is
Like
a
none
douchebag?
of that makes any sense.
Yeah. I was like, what? It was a
Female.
weird understanding. It was like girls have a time. In that time they use products was the idea basically.
You have to catch up so
Yeah,
fast.
yeah, it's like,
you
what?
learn
But-
douchebag and remember
yeah,
that female
yeah.
anatomy.
Yeah, it's like you know what a douchebag is, but now you hear douchebag, it's like just like some guy that's
Now it's
extremely-
an annoying asshole.
yeah,
That's what it
annoying,
is.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like pussy, I thought for the longest time the word pussy. I knew this when I was young. Like this was before I was in school. It felt like I was very young, like maybe first grade, because it was Arkansas, so that was like 2007 and prior. In 2007's first grade, so it was like he would go around. He's like, yeah, tell everyone, because he was like he learned the word and he told me.
You gotta hear this shit.
Yeah.
You're not gonna new word drop, bro.
Literally. New word out. I was like, oh, what is it? He's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, it's like a Japanese way of saying, or Chinese. I'm pretty sure. I think I said Chinese. Chinese or Japanese ways of saying like vagina. It was like, pussy. I seriously thought that for a good minute when I was very young.
PUSI with an umlaut over the U. Pussy.
He's like, he comes home. My wife. I'm like, I don't get this, but this is so funny. Like, where'd you hear this? It's the pussy.
The pussy. That's fucking wonderful. I don't remember if there was any. I remember for a while Luke he like a speech impediment when he was a kid, so he couldn't say words right because like he like a weird tongue thing. He was in like, and it's why, because like there were some points that you really couldn't tell what he was saying. Like it was wild, but he used to say, and apparently this is pretty common, where kids say vagina instead of vagina. And I remember I met somebody like in junior high that was like 12 years old saying vagina, and I was like, did no one? Like I can't tell you. Like you've gone this long with saying vagina. I can't be the guy that shatters your world.
And you're not even sure if you are in the right because you're so young. You're
Yeah.
like, wait a minute.
Like maybe
No,
I'm wrong.
It's the idea of like you can convince people to something that's wrong and like
Yes.
make them change their mind if you're in a
So
group
easily.
setting. And
There's
the first person confident enough to say it, it's like, well, fuck. I remember saying curse word for the first time in front of somebody. In front of Zach Gwaltney. I was washing my hands. This was in like second or third grade. And I was like, shit. I said shit. And I was like, oh my God, I said it. And like we both snapped and looked over at each other. And he was like, I won't say anything. I was like, that was like the first instance of like, what a fucking true guy. Shout out Zach shout out Zach Gwaltney.
That is fucking hilarious. It's like, are we safe? Did anyone else hear us?
Yeah, he's like, I won't tell anyone.
Looking for eyewitnesses and shit.
Yeah, because that was when people would still like, you do something wrong and you didn't know. Sometimes
People are
they'd
tattling.
raise their fucking hand to tell a
Dog.
teacher. I would do that as a joke. I'm gonna tell a teacher. Like, no. And they're like, I got you. Just to be a snarky little. Bitch.
There's a kid like in first grade. There's a kid Craig, and he could puke on command because he just put his fingers in his throat.
Oh,
which,
hell
looking
yeah.
back on it, that guy probably saw some shit. He knew that for bad reasons.
Yeah.
But he was like, "Hey, watch, I can puke," and they're like, "No, you can't." And then he puked in his chair, and someone was like, Miss whoever, Craig puked," and I was like, "What the fuck?" I remember being like, first like, "What the fuck? Like, why is that any of your business?" He did nothing wrong. He just
Right.
puked.
Maybe she's being a good, concerned student citizen.
No, she was probably no. I don't.
She looked over. She's like, "You better not. I'm gonna tell."
Tyler's grow up to be the worst people. Because here's the thing. This is why you gotta bully people. Because you gotta bully Tyler's. Because it's like, mind your own fucking business. You know what they become? Democrats. that's what Tyler's become. They become Democrats.
The dang libtards.
He's got guns in his house.
He owns a gun. Like, that's not your fucking business.
That's not. All I want to do is assassinate Shinzo
Hey.
Abe.
All my printed guns that I don't own. Fuck, what are they called?
ATF.
ATF.
Hey, ATF, you DTF.
Yeah, I've got a really big printed gun that I keep on my waist. If anyone wants to come check it out.
We live at White House address.
Wait.
We have 3D printed guns at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, NW, Northwest Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C.
God. Dude, that would be scary though. We get a knock tomorrow.
We'll get a letter.
They're like, hey.
Someone on Twitter said like, "Fuck all the police, let's kill politicians." They got a letter from Homeland Security that was like, "Hey, we saw your tweet. Don't do that again." But it's like people are like, "Oh, this is fascism." It's like if you were in China, they would have killed you.
Yeah.
You'd be dead right
yeah,
now.
at least you get a warning. Like, hey man, probably don't.
That's the thing they say. Whenever you're gonna get got, you don't know.
Yeah, you're not gonna happen. That's like the coolest scene in one of those shitty like assassination pop movies that fucking Pretty Boy was in. I don't remember his face, but
Three Stacks
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh.
Was in good one though. Yeah, other Pretty Boy. No, it was at A$AP Rocky actually, and yeah, he says in this scene, Samuel Jackson's like, he's like, "Why are you flinching?" Like you hear a gunshot, like a sniper rifle go off, and everyone flinches, but the big baddie that everyone's protecting / like taking somewhere to get processed for blah 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 is like, he says some badass lines like, "I don't know why you're flinching. Like if you heard it, it wasn't meant for you." Like,
damn,
yeah, it's like,
that's
"Ooh,
cold,
you heard
dude.
The gunshot, it wasn't meant for you, shawty."
Shit, that's fucking true. That's
And A$AP Rocky brushed
cold.
himself off. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
He's like, "No, man, I'm cool, bro. Fuck
He's
you,
like,
man.
I'm cool.
I'm
Like,
cool,
I
man."
got my purse. I got my purse and my bitches. We straight. He's
See,
probably a
that's-
cool fucking guy.
When did you think that's why like streetwear adopted the fanny pack like the purse so they could put
Well,
guns in it?
Oh, that's why people. That's what people do now. It's like instead of having it on your pants, it's like because we went from baggy pants and like really long overshirts and shit.
Mhm.
Well, not we. I say we, but like culture. In
Yeah.
a sense, to like tighter clothes, and then it's like harder to
Where to
conceal.
put my gun at?
Yeah, exactly. But the fanny packs, like that's why you see like people talking about like trapping on the corner, blah blah blah. They have fanny packs now because it's easier to move around, run with. You don't have to worry about shaking and zip. Everything's in one pack.
Did you remember that thing that Danny Brown was talking on that podcast where he was saying that he said you get grills instead of chains because a motherfucker can't rob your grill? He's like, someone can snatch your chain, they can't take your fucking grill out though.
Better investment.
And I was like, damn, that's a fucking very good point.
My brother traded this dude his grill that he had that like it's one that you boil and you press in your teeth mold off a line for a camera, and they wanted to trade it back because his mom got upset about him trading the grill for the camera, and so he wanted to trade
cool
it back,
mom.
but they didn't want to, and I guess they got in a fight about it because my brother was always more apt to
He was like,
be
no.
violent.
Okay, we'll
yeah,
fight it
he's
out
like,
of
no,
then.
fuck you, that's a deal's a deal.
Which, funny enough, is the logical conclusion of that
it's
argument.
like,
I'm not
you
doing
fucked
this.
up
I'm
on
gonna
a
fight you
trade,
then.
That's the way it goes. But yeah.
We fight wars over that today.
Literally, yeah.
We want it back. No. Okay,
But,
we're gonna kill you.
This dude had braces, and they got in a fight, and he punched him in the mouth, from the braces, his hand was cut up.
I fucking bet.
Crazy. It was like a cool thing. Like he showed me, like his hand was wrapped in a shirt, and it was in a shirt because that's all he had, and he unwrapped it. Just blood.
Damn.
Cuts. It's crazy.
That's why those Rugrats beat Chucky up, because Chucky was all braced up, so he fought his ass. They couldn't do nothing with it.
Gotta be careful. Cut him.
Dude, if we make a bunch of money, you're gonna get grills.
Dude, if we get a bunch of money, I'll get veneers. I'll get veneers that are metal.
Dude, okay, no. The first thing I'm doing if I make a bunch of money is getting fucking fake teeth. I'm tired of this fucking
I like
teeth
your
bullshit.
teeth. I like it.
Dude, I'm like
I
J.
honestly
Cole, bro.
do.
Crooked
I
smile.
think it's cool. It's like who the fuck talks about it? Someone's like, yeah, you get all this money and you start changing yourself. It's just like,
Yeah, then
you're
you're not a
fucking-
real person.
yeah, you start fucking with your image, and it's like you're focusing on the wrong
Dude.
thing.
It's like that fucking thought experiment of like if you have a boat and you have to constantly repair the boat, and then at some point you've repaired the boat so much that none of the parts are originals. It's still the same boat.
Is it the same boat?
We talked about. See, the thing is like we would
What
talk
if
about this
I-
in philosophy club, and we would just
But-
like within 10 minutes be like, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's still the same boat. What the fuck do you mean?
Well, I think the conclude, because I was comparing it to sport teams. It's like when it like from like okay, like the Chiefs for example, like their logo, their manager, all their players, everything about that club is different from inception. But it's like you're a fan of the idea of this team. You're
Right.
not a fan of. You're a fan of. It's not even like because even the names of teams have changed. Like the fucking the fucking whatchamacallit.
49.
The Redskins, like there have
what
been
was the
teams
other
that have
one?
went from country, like from a state to a different state,
Yeah.
and are still the same team, and then changed their name.
The Raiders. They moved from Oakland to
Vegas.
Vegas or
I know some sport. Like my dad's listening to this, pissed the fuck off
They
right
moved
now.
somewhere though, yeah.
But yeah, because it's like you
But
aren't.
you're still like a Raider fan. you
Yeah,
know?
you're
It's like-
you're a
or-
fan
or-
of the idea of
Or they're
it.
like, fuck it, let's switch to the home team now. You know, who's here.
But whenever you get fucking lots of money, you start putting new teeth in your face, get liposuction. Are you even really you anymore, bro?
Are you?
Are you even more you anymore?
No.
Even if you don't do that, you're fucking, what do they say? Like by the time you're fucking like, what, 16, 18, like every cell in your body is different from the ones you had.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, explain the brain then, dude. How do I remember? Holy shit, that proves consciousness right there. We prove consciousness.
Wait,
every,
how?
every cell in your body is different, but you remember stuff from times where the cells were different.
Yeah.
There we go. We did it.
There's something in there that's original. You know,
Yeah,
something
that
in there that's
isn't-
keeping-
that isn't
keeping data.
material. Damn,
Is
dude.
that
We're so
conscious? Well,
smart.
but like,
Not really
but like
at
you
all.
could probably like say, for instance, like if you're ripping a DMT pen and then you're like trying to walk around, not actually walk around, but you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
prevail.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
It feels like a fucking roller coaster forward. You're just going, but I remember doing it in a car. And that was a cool experience.
That's a
Yeah, the
badass
car was
move, by the
fucking
way.
cool.
Doing DMT in a car.
Dude, it was weird. But
You were already on a rocket ship.
what was the fuck? What were we on about?
Just
Yeah,
consciousness.
yeah, it's like you can like seemingly walk through that, and you're extremely present, but to the point where you don't remember anything. And
That's true.
That's kind of a form of it. Maybe it's like, well, you're just constantly going. Like there's no matter. It's all good. Or
And-
something.
You know, think about history. It's like you remember things that don't happen to you.
Right.
But like whenever you're recalling like historical facts, things that actually when you're recalling events that didn't happen to you, like whenever I'm like recalling a movie, I'm not recalling myself experiencing the movie. I'm recalling the movie as it was then. Now it's like whenever
Right.
if I'm describing a movie to you, like whenever you're describing a movie, you're not describing. Oh, when I was watching this thing and I saw like you're not describing it from that
Right,
perspective.
Yeah, it's not your experience.
You're describing
it's
it because it
what's
exists
happening.
outside of you.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
That's cool. Yeah, it's interesting. It's like even though like with like for instance like Abraham Lincoln's assassination, you can kind of visualize how it looked because you've seen
Yeah.
it like so many times. But was it really like that? I'm sure it was
Did it-
small differences.
At this
setup was
point,
different.
it could have just not happened.
Yeah,
And no one would fucking know.
it was all fake.
We trust a lot of historians, dude, because there are historians like in ancient Greece. There's just like one old guy that would watch battles and then be like, write it down, and it's like
Yeah.
liars have existed forever.
Yeah.
But that's the cool thing. It's like that battle we talked about from 300. It's like that could have never happened.
Yeah.
But it happened,
Yeah,
so
and
it
it's
doesn't matter
cool. Yeah,
anymore.
it exists. Or like the thieves or the Thebes. I think it was like the Thebians. It's like such a cool idea that their only issue with like how they would do battle is literally like shield up and spear up, and they would just clash into each other, and whoever broke first lost essentially. Because then,
which is bad.
which is such a fucking like
That's
manly
that's
man
like an
thing,
intense game of Red Rover right there.
yeah, literally Red Rover, but with shields and spears.
Peter Red Rover. There we go.
Ooh.
Like some Greek stuff.
But this team, it was like no one, like they were going up against the Spartans, and they were outnumbered, and they were like, this was like their time to prove their idea. They were like, what's a way we can get people to hold steady, like to not break, like to fucking like absolutely motivate them. And they made like this whole sector, because back then a lot of like military use was like, if you're of the age, you did it. It was like mandatory for the state. And I think it was the Thebians. I don't remember, but there was this group, and it was made up entirely of gay warriors. And like, so they were like brothers and lovers. And so they're like, well, that would be the strongest thing. No one's going to back down when you're fighting literally next to your significant other, like for your life. You're not fucking backing down. Like you're fighting to the death. And they were outnumbered by like, I think it was like 3 or 4 to 1 more. It was something crazy. But they fucking broke into their wall and started killing them, massacre.
That is so fucking
they
rad.
retreated because their wall was broken. Like chaos ensues. People are freaking out. Yeah, and it was like, fuck yeah, the theory works. It's like that actually happened, and we know about it. And
That
was years
is
ago.
so fucking
And
base.
it's like, what major things actually affects us now, though? It's got to be like major ideas, which philosophy has to do with somewhat, but more like actual economical ideas that are affecting us.
Because it isn't even the best. It's
usage.
not even the best idea. It's the catchiest idea.
I guess it was what worked for like the people who are thriving, I guess. So we just kept going with what was working.
Yeah,
you know.
But then once in a while, what idea works best for the most people,
Right.
Comes out sometimes.
Even then, like those are old ideas where people, not
Yeah.
everyone was actually voting. It was like statesmen, scholarmen, people of. Well, I don't know. Honestly, I'm not a historian. I can't.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't really talk about it. In truth, I don't know. But I imagine it's like the idea is media wasn't as quick. Not nearly. Not
Mhm.
everyone had access to equal information or were taught how to use the information. You know, like people weren't even taught to read. They listened to. Well, I don't know about back then. I'm sure there were more scholars. Yeah, because that was like a pretty big. I don't know, dude. I don't know. But
I
like
don't
the idea
know.
is like the format's different now. Like what works now doesn't work then because that's
Yeah.
outdated. There's more resource and technology and blah blah blah.
And it's
Basically,
open because it's
sorry.
like whenever one person can read and he tells everybody else what happened, it's like he can just be lying.
Yeah.
Like the bad people have been around forever. Like
Yeah.
of course. Like yeah, because even like at that point, like okay, the people that can control they're being able to control knowledge and history and education less and less and less explicitly. And it's like okay, so now they can control like money and control like the economics
Media.
and stuff. But it's like
Yeah.
in the media,
Media which influences people.
Yeah.
Which is just controlling.
but
population,
they
basically.
can't. But like it's just too big now. They can't get their hands around all of it. So like
Right.
shit keeps cracking out. Shit keeps leaking out. Gay warriors. That is so fucking phenomenal. I'm gonna think about that.
Yeah,
I'm
gay
gonna tell that
You
story.
said gay warriors, and I thought about the motion picture The Warriors and like them, but like all gay. The
What's-
Disco
what-
Brothers.
What are the what are the the baseball people called? The ones with the bats?
Oh, the baseball furies.
What? I'm trying to think of some funny gay names for
baseball fairies, baseball furries,
baseball fairies.
baseball
Because
fairies.
then there's the warriors, and they could just be like the cock warriors or something like that. Something super simple. Baseball
Warriors.
fairies. That's pretty good. That's
We're
actually
the
hilarious.
gay warriors. Like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh, cool. We're the baseball fairies. It's like, oh shit.
We're the fags.
You guys want to hang out? They're like, yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah, dude. Please. Of course. All right. I think
That's
it's
2:02.
deteriorating.
We hit
Yeah,
it.
We gotta fucking stop. You're gonna cut this into 2.
I might maybe because I think whenever we started talking, it was like we did it. That was like an hour 20. I might just upload the first like that and then upload like the extra 40 as bonus. Upload us as
Smart.
bonus.
Names 2. Get it here first and last, and don't repeat it.
Motherfucker.
Bottleneck it so we never get anything done and we don't get faced. You're gonna make it to SNL and you're gonna get fucking Shane Gillis.
Dude, did you see the clip of what he got in trouble for? It was
He said-
so. It was
I don't
not
remember.
that bad.
I think it was like
all.
a Chinese thing. I heard it was just a Chinese joke on a podcast.
They just kept saying noodles. That's like all it was.
Neuters?
Noodles. Like, do you want noodles?
Oh,
They're just doing like
noodle.
Chinese voice, and it was fucking stupid. It was bullshit. They're talking about how dumb
Yeah.
Chinese food is. It was a pretty good bit. But I like your move of not saying fag until the very end of the podcast,
Yeah,
because
well-
like if they're listening to the whole thing, they have to jive with us somewhat. So if we just
And then we
leak it
slip
in
in
at
fag, and
the
like, God
end.
damn it! I already listened to all of it. I kind of like them.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
work. You go there and you do work, and then you kind of get funny, and then you like push boundaries.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah,
I don't know
you
why.
test it.
Just to make it interesting. It's like you shouldn't be doing that. You should be focusing on work. It's like, but we're social people. Like,
But
you
this
can't
is
talk
so
to the
much
fucking
more
people I
fun.
talk to, then day goes by slower. That or listening to other podcasts that we won't name.
For
R.I.P.
hours.
Yeah, literally. I was like, geez, that probably didn't help.
I was
but
listening
was,
to
like,
it
so
I was
good.
listening to it this morning.
So good.
Thank you guys so
All right, yeah,
much.
thank you, folks. Loves and kisses.